It's fine. People like it.
Yeah, it's fine.
If they don't, they can Lego this ego.
Gather around, folks, and let's shoot the shit with K7 slips and 16-bit. They are the katana of the Midwest, the scorpion of the U.S., the cabal of the internet, and don't forget the special guest, KTP. Comet Tune Podcast. Now don't tell me that you never heard of that. It's official, it's the original. All imitations are just pitiful. Grab some food and get ready to go. Turn up the volume because it's time for the show.
Let's do a podcast. What do you say?
All
Alright. This week we got a guest. I think he's our only guest that's higher than me. We got Tommy Wafflez. Hello.
What's up?
What's up?
Nothing much, man.
You don't sound high.
I'm
I
not.
expected what's up? How's it
What's up?
going, man?
I should have practiced.
Should have
Just kind of winging it.
Let's see, what should we start with? How about Frosty Faustings?
Yeah, we didn't
yeah.
talk about it because we just did our awards show.
Yes.
I
What did you end
Blow
up
up.
seeing there?
got 5th.
Okay.
Double eliminated by PL.
Damn.
Yeah.
You emo?
I mean, of course.
Yeah.
You don't get double eliminated and not be emo.
Tommy doesn't
Feels-
lose the tournament and not get emo. He's the second emo.
I lost to his Batman the first time we played, and then he immediately went to Batman the second time we played, and I beat him. And then he went to Scorpion, and I mean, you guys know the story. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, you had him beat. He has one hit left. And you do a full screen machine gun. What were you thinking?
Dude, I was on that 5th level of Yomi. I thought he thought that I was going to do or I was just going to play patient, and I thought he was going to do a Hellfire or something. So I was all like, why not just get win the match with guaranteed shit? And then he ends up doing it enhanced teleport.
Why would you ever go to the 5th layer of Yomi against Carl playing a teleport character?
I mean, his tournament life was on the line, man. I thought maybe
What?
he decided
Carl's
to think,
tournament life is on the line, and he has a teleport. And you really think he's not going to do it?
man, I have a history of having a problem with teleports, man. Kung Lao.
You using teleport, where anytime you immediately had 2 bars, you had to do Smoke's teleport.
Dude, if I was gonna beat him, I was gonna stand up and do the Tom Brady Shaolin, palm thing. Where
That's awesome.
that's what I was gonna do.
Really?
Yeah.
Chop your hand.
Yeah, chop my hand, defeated my master.
Yeah, so he was your master in MK, and now he remains your master in Injustice?
Yeah, I guess so.
You emo about that?
Really emo, especially since I have all this Scorpion matchup knowledge, just
Yeah, I've heard
ready
that
to
you
explode
play slips on the regular.
That's what they said.
on the regular. No, ever since I've been at school, I haven't really been able to play.
Was Scorpion even out when you were still here?
I mean, they released Martian Manhunter
Oh, okay. So
at
he was.
EVO, right?
Yeah. Alright, so he was. I
He
think
was
that's
out.
when I stopped playing with him because I was emo about how shitty he was.
Yeah, and then, they nerfed him. When did they nerf him? Right before EVO? And then everyone was like, oh my god, he's horrible now. And that was during the time when everyone was kind of sorry, and you guys were like, I told you so, you nerfed him way too hard. So, no one was really playing him. And Slips is still playing Deathstroke, so the last time I played him was August, and it was his Deathstroke, so. Not much Scorpion knowledge. But I almost got him. GL's so OP. Just back one and YOLO lift to victory. YOLO swag.
So you want the run back with Carl?
Absolutely.
You have a saying that you never lose to the same person twice. I've heard you say that.
That's true. But Carl's a special case because he literally he will play a different character every single time. So I lost to his Batman, but then I immediately destroyed his Batman. And then I lost to his Scorpion, but then proceeded to lose to his Scorpion again. So maybe that saying doesn't hold up to be true, but I got a pretty good history, man.
Oh, guess who just entered the apartment? Dizzy.
Oh,
Hasn't
God.
he bodied you about 800 times? Doesn't he break that rule?
Jesus.
Dizzy's the other exception. Just saying that name makes me tremble in fear. Johnny Cage, man.
Okay.
Was Johnny Cage broke?
Absolutely. Top 5.
Top 5 in Chicago.
5.
Top 5
Top
in
five in
the only
Chicago.
place that matters for Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I agree. Johnny Cage is top 5 in Chicago. But Tommy, didn't Pan always body you too?
Man, Han is so good, and unfortunately, no one ever really got to, see that based on his tournament results. But if you've ever played casual, like if he knows your playstyle, like the shit he does with Cyrex is just insane. And I'll usually just salt out, and he's also got the best reptile, and I haven't won a game against Han since like 2011, so.
Like, you're not kidding. Like, I've seen you two play. It's like 9-1.
Yeah, it's horrible. Cyrax smoke is secretly like 8-2 Cyrax, so. Those breaker traps.
So other than the large group of people that are the exceptions, you never lose to the same person twice.
Yeah.
You've also lost to me at every major we've ever played at.
Yeah, other than you, Dizzy, Carl, Han.
Scar. And Scar.
No.
This is not coming across.
I'm sorry, did I mean twice? I meant twice in a row. Because I've also lost to Blackula twice, but that's because it's on and off.
Oh, that's right, you're master. And obviously Chris G.
What? I've never lost to Chris G.
Didn't he body you in NEC?
I did switch to Johnny Cage. That's because of the monitors, man. I'm telling you.
Monitors lagged, you use the Cage?
My Cage, have I ever told you, does everyone know about my Cage's amazing tournament history? I've got two huge wins with my Cage, Forever King and Chris G.
Is that legit?
Yeah.
He actually did beat Forever King with his Johnny Cage.
What?
What
My
happened?
Cage? Oh my god.
It's one of the stupidest things I've ever seen in my life.
My MK alts are all played at the highest level.
Tommy, tell them the story of when you beat Forever King with your Cage. It's so dumb.
Basically what happened was he almost had me beat, and so what happened was I went to Smoke, he beat my Smoke. Then with Kung Lao though, I mean, come on.
Right.
7-3. So
Tommy, I have a serious question for you. Have you ever won a tournament game against a Lao player with Smoke?
yeah, dude, I beat what's her name at Evo. It was fun.
Her alt. You beat what's her name's alt Kung Lao. Wow.
Dude, she's going out with like one of the best West Coast Kung Lao.
Yeah. Well, just because her boyfriend plays Lao doesn't mean she plays Lao. Her
See
main
up keyboard, I'm really salty. He's never done a magic trick for me. I'm really fucking salty.
her main is Reptile, Melina, and Kano.
She doesn't main Kung Lao?
It's her alt. Anyway, tell the Forever King story.
Okay, so he went to Sonya against my Cage, and it was 1-1, and I was about to lose, and so I decided to go for a bunch of chip damage. So I kept doing jump punch 1-1, but not the forward one to get the frames, because I knew that I knew he was expecting the forward one. So I kept doing jump punch 1-1, jump punch 1-1, jump punch 1-1, and then I randomly X-rayed, and then this is like the longest lasting Johnny Cage X-ray, and when he went to attack me, it happened.
It was still active.
Yeah, it was still active.
King went to whiff punish, and it was still active.
Wow.
What
And then
turn?
I proceeded to lose to Dizzy.
Is this like a major?
Yeah,
This
was
was
Power Up.
this is
Or
fake seasons beatings.
Fake seasons beatings. Yeah.
May 2012. There's like
There was-
I think there was like 20 something people there. M2 Day was there, Master D. I would have won that tournament too. So
If what? What do you mean? What does that mean?
that's also the tournament I lost to.
MK
that
Logan,
kid.
that child playing Lao bodied you. Dude was like 12.
It was really bad, dude. He does the forward 3, and then he either does throw or spin, and that's like the best 50-50 in all of MK.
Yeah,
What?
both options. If he's wrong, you take the entire round. But that's how could you not overcome that?
It's Lao, man.
I still don't understand why allow 7-3 smoke. That makes no sense to me.
Well,
A lot
maybe.
of people say that.
Why?
You can't smoke bomb up close.
Can't
Come
smoke.
on.
I mean, like, smoke bomb's such not only like a full screen combo starter, but it's such a great way to build meter. And I like playing super defensive. And when he could just get in like super easily with teleport and forward through your dive kick, jump punch. Too many options. My big hitbox, doesn't help either. The classic smoke excuse for bad matchups.
You use that hitbox thing for every match.
About just as much as I use it as Green Lantern's mobility.
Alright, so anyway, back to Frosty. So, you finally beat your master, PPJ. How many times...
That was crazy.
How many times does PPJ beat you in tournament?
Every single time that I've been to GBS, he's eliminated me, besides that. And so I've been there a total of 3 times. I've gotten third, fourth, and third, I think. Because I had...
double eliminated you every time.
No, the first time I got beat by Max and then PPJ. And then I think he did double eliminate me twice. Oh, wait, no. Because that was my third time. So he beat me 3 times total, double eliminated me from one tournament. And then I beat him at Frosty Fausting. So that was huge. I'm really surprised he didn't go to Lex, because sometimes he gives me some problems.
Why did you pick Green Lantern? What's up with that?
Well, when the game came out, I was at school, and I was super emo that I was like way behind the curve. Like, so the game came out, and all of GGA was practicing and getting super godlike. I originally wanted to play Nightwing and Grundy. Like,
Wait. No, tell the original name.
Originally, I wanted to play Green Arrow. That was my avatar. I had an arrow with a pointing up that was green. I thought that was really, really smart and funny.
Tell the truth on why you decided not to play him.
I don't know.
Tommy.
I don't know, seriously.
Bullshit. Fine, I'll say it. The reason you told Ken and I was that you heard Chris G was playing Green Arrow, and you're like, well, I'll never be the best with Green Arrow now.
I wanted to be the best with the character, and because Chris G was playing him, I'm like, well, that's over.
I get
hopes
that.
and dreams, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, apparently I just get blown up all the time. And then I did a bunch of character changes, but then I was asking Steve and Aaron, and I'm just like, give me a character that I should start playing that you guys need help with. And they're like, this character is super brain dead, and you'll be able to get good with them really easily, really quickly. Because like when I was playing Grundy and Nightwing, my floor mates, I was living in the dorms last year, and I actually got this one kid super hooked on MK, so I would play with him, and that was my practice in Safana round. He wasn't very good, but he picked up Liu Kang, and he liked a couple other characters, and I barely ever played Smoke, but I was able to like keep my fundamentals and on point and sharp. And but when we picked up Injustice, he started playing Superman and Deathstroke, and I would just get Aquaman, and I would just get raped. Like I was so salty because like I've been playing like these fighting games, and this is an NRS fighter for like 2 years, and he just started playing, and I was getting destroyed. So I was getting sued because he would just zone, like he doesn't know combos.
Didn't he once call you free?
I mean, he got so cocky when he beat me, and I just raged, like the days in MK when I used to rage, but I still do.
Yeah.
And then I picked up Green Lantern, and I was still really free, like going into UFGT. Also, my tournament history against Green Lantern is pretty horrible. I got double eliminated by Green Lantern at Evo, and I lost to Art at UFGT. Also at Evo. I also lost to DJT at Evo, but that sucked. I didn't make it out of pools, and I just, summer came up. I went on a 2-week backpacking trip in New Mexico, and then I came back, grinded it out. 16-bit, and Han helped me get to CEO, and I got 13th there, so that was a pretty big milestone. I lost to Tom Brady, super salty, but then I beat him in a couple money matches.
What happened when you lost to Tom?
Well, what happened was he was jumping in on me, and I went to do down 2, but since I use MK controls, I got close rockets instead, and he comboed me.
That sucks.
Yeah, so that really, really sucked. And then actually that tournament I lost to Flawdzilla too, who also played Aquaman. But I know that matchup now. Dizzy played me a bunch, and I'm pretty confident in that. So that sucked. And then I just kept grinding, getting new tech, and
You mean watching videos of KT Smith and doing
KT Smith, DJT, and actually shout-outs to Snow Zero. He taught me that OTG back 1 after enhanced Lantern's Might. That's pretty tight. It's super, super broken, and it almost gets pretty much everyone that I play for the first time in every tournament, so it's basically a free damage. What happens is after the Lantern's Might, right when they're about to hit the ground, NRS said they were going to nerf it. I think it was a 2-frame window, and now it's a 1-frame window. You have 1 frame to hit back 1, and what it'll do is it forces them to block low. Like, you can't wake up out of it at all. So it forces you to block my back 1, and if you're not blocking, it's a reset. So it's pretty broken.
Would you say your career and success in both games is directly related to KT Smith?
I don't know, I guess. We both play the same characters.
Do you like playing Green Lantern, or is it just now he's your guy and you're like, well, I guess I'll keep playing him, or have you grown to like him?
He's pretty cool. He's kind of boring because he's not really a setup type character like Lex or like I like doing like when I played Smoke. Like if I got you I loved playing against people in the corner. Like when I got into the corner, and I would do like all this smoke port shenanigans or just stuff like that. A meaty back 2. That was really fun. And Green Lantern's pretty basic. It's either forward 3 or back 1. And yeah, but he's cool to play. And because I'm at school and I don't get as much practice as I'd like, his brokenness carries me along the way.
So you think he's a strong character?
I mean, I've probably since Evo, I've known that he was guaranteed top 10, and but somewhere in that range. A lot of people think he's like number 7 or 8. Also, where Smoke is. Very similar.
Did you pick Smoke because you like to smoke weed?
No, that's a different story. I picked Smoke because Tom Brady's original pregame tier list had him in top 10. And I was like, this is like the great ninja. Yeah.
Oh shit, let me pick
So what, did you want to play a ninja?
Yeah, well, no, originally I wanted to play Sector because in Armageddon he had fucking lightsabers, and that was awesome. Yeah. And I was like, this character's cool, and Phil Pops and I picked it up together, and he played like Johnny Cage, and his favorite was Noob Saibot, so I was like, yeah, pretty good character team.
People probably don't know that you and Phil Pops have known each other since you were little kids.
Yeah, like, we've been like best friends since like.
You like grew up together?
Yeah, we grew up together till 2nd grade. He moved, and then I let him borrow this game called Cell Damage for the GameCube. And then we didn't talk to each other for 4 years, and then in 6th grade he randomly came up to my door to return the game, and then we've just been hanging out since. Yeah, it was super random, but it was awesome.
That's crazy.
So shout outs to Phil. That was sick. And his mom always used to like cut my hair and shit. She's cool as hell.
When was the first time you two met? What's the story there? Because I've heard it.
Kindergarten? I don't know.
You don't know?
Like we met.
Because I've heard it involves you crying, grabbing your mom's leg.
What?
And Phil being forced to be your friend.
What?
I've never heard the story.
Phil told me that in kindergarten, the first day, you were crying and grabbing your mom's leg. And you're like, I have no friends.
No, I wasn't one of those fatty kids that would cry in kindergarten. Hell no.
And that Phil's
I don't
mom
remember this
said,
story at
you
all.
need to be friends with that boy. He needs a friend.
This is such. Oh my god,
You need to-
that's not true at all.
You're denying.
Wow.
I'm denying that absolutely.
It
Come
was
a
a
long
natural friendship,
I mean, I still cry about matchups, but
not friendships.
Would you,
Yeah.
if you saw Kung Lao in real life teleport in, would you grab your mom's leg and say,
Cry.
probably.
Yeah.
I have nightmares about that character.
So, when would you say in MK you reached your peak?
Way too late for me to fully experience the whole MK9 era. Well, I mean, like, I didn't go to any MLG where I was at my peak, so I went to Anaheim, and pretty much when you came into GGA, and like that summer, me and you fucking grinded it out all fucking day, and that's when we went to Evo. I beat Mustard and Blackula, and then I lost to I also beat what's that Canadian player's name?
Neo Russell?
Neo Russell. I beat Neo Russell, who almost beat Sunquid Jade at NEC. That was tough.
Yeah.
And then I lost to I got bodied by Rio. That was free.
Yeah, I was watching.
That was so free. And then I lost to Crazy Bone. Yeah, that was interesting.
Cyrax.
Yeah, Cyrax.
Remember when we told you what to do against them, and then you didn't listen and got bodied?
I still don't. What did you tell me?
Both Dizzy and I both told you do nothing but down 4 and throw.
Oh,
Just gonna stand there like a statue
all
and do
of
nothing.
EGP was like, don't block low, and like he was eating all these down fours, and I was like, well, maybe after the 5th down 4.
No, that his bone just stands there. That's what he does with Cyrax.
Right,
That's
well,
legend.
I wasn't
So
at my
both
peak
of
yet.
Both of your training partners are telling you just down 4 and throw him to death. The crowd is saying, "Bone, don't duck," and you're like, "No, back to."
I had those headphones on, the Sound Blasters. Too OP.
What is your most emo moment in MK as far as tournament regret?
Final round 2012. Went 1 and 2. After doing relatively well against slips and casuals.
I remember that.
God.
I remember that.
Let's not talk about this.
That tournament sucked for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I went 1 and 2 and then proceeded to win it next year. That was sick.
It's a good comeback.
Yeah, that's
Hold
pretty
back.
good.
What
What about no top 8s in MLG or EVO?
Yeah, I mean that totally sucked. This past year, my path was just I lost to bracketology ultimately. My path was just way too strong against my character. Once I was put into losers, I played 3 Kung Laos in a row.
Really?
Potentially. What happened was I played what's her name, I beat her, and then I think after that I played P-Board, and then after that I would have had to play Forever King.
Forever King, that's true.
So
And
just
in
what-
winners, if you had beat,
Scar, I would have to play DJT, which I know. I think if he played Cyrax, I'm pretty confident in the matchup. Even though Han bodies me all the time, that's just because he's such a great player. But I'm confident that I would have been able to beat DJT Cyrax. But I'm assuming he would have gotten Kung Lao and
his brother mopped you up
at UFDT. Yeah, he went to Kung Lao. I was
I
ready
had
for
no
Sonya too. I wasn't expecting it at all, but I mean it's a Terry bro because I've never seen his Kung Lao.
How could you not expect the Terry brothers to counterpick you?
Well, I thought, he played Sonya in the previous match against Dizzy, and I was like,
Right? A counter to Johnny Cage.
right, which is also counter to Smoke. X talks about how bad that matchup is, how that's Smoke's worst matchup.
Let's talk about X-Smoke X. If you think about it, Rio bodied you.
Mhm.
He almost beat Rio. Would that make him, by proxy, the best Smoke in the world?
I guess
Think
so.
about it.
By proxy.
Yeah.
That's kind of tight.
I was super impressed that he used that Smoke glitch. That was sick. On accident, I'm sorry.
That was cool.
He did it on accident.
That's the only time in tournament that's happened.
How do you feel about the Death of K? Are you one of those guys that's like, let's keep playing?
No, originally I was until about I think after VXG is when I agree that we should have just given up, because by that time, I mean, a majority of the community had already given up. I'd say the tournament before Injustice was found around, that was like the last like really, really solid turnout that an MK tournament had, other than Evo. I think we had like 74 entrants or something like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, CEO had like just below or just over or just below 30, and UFGT, you know, up,
UFGT had like 60.
yeah, but like some players didn't even play, and like
That's true.
people weren't playing or practicing; they just, you know, were playing
Right.
for the love of the game, which I respect. But you know, these threads, they've kind of died down, but I've noticed a lot of people posting new threads every single week about saying that we should, you know, start playing MK again. And like Kerbo, he invited me to this online tournament, and he's telling me all the time, you know, why don't you play an MK9 with me online? Come on, we could, you know, MK9 revival. And I'm just like, dude, I'm trying to put whatever effort that I put into fighting games at school is going all into Injustice. Whether it's, you know, going on the forums, watching videos, going into training mode. I'm not going to go into training mode for MK. Like, it's not priority right now.
Would you play in like a tournament for fun?
Absolutely. I don't know if I would play Smoke, but like if I played 16-bit, because you know he only plays Katana, I'll probably play Smoke.
Wait, I have alts. Have you seen my Kung Lao? Didn't
Yes.
my Kano once beat your Cabal?
Yeah.
What?
I'm not even. I'm proud to say, because I don't think Kano's that bad.
What?
I like Kano. I don't
His
think
up ball and knives are
knives are good.
knives.
Remember at Tony's?
They're annoying.
People need to understand, like, people sometimes ask, why do you guys make fun of Tommy constantly? And you might see him on the forums as an innocent child, but to us, we know how dumb he can be.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
Here's an example. At Tony's, we went through the whole Tony's table, a round table. We did, let's be serious here, real talk matchup numbers. After MK's death, we were like, let's no downplaying, no trolling, real talk. And we all wrote the matchup numbers down for each of our mains. Tommy, we get to Kano, and he's like, well, that's even. And the whole room is like, what? Kano versus Smoke? And this is his response. Well, instant air up ball the problem. What the
Instant
fuck
air.
is that? Instant air.
I remember
You can't
it's
do
like
it in there.
Hair.
Yeah,
It's a
that's what
ground
you
move.
said. Instant air up ball. First off, that doesn't exist.
New tech.
Secondly, up ball is punishable by a 100% reset.
So.
How is Kano good?
No, I just get super frustrated by his up ball and knives. It's mostly a troll. I'm just playing off you guys blowing me up.
Yeah.
But if I did have to play a Kano, I would in tournament. I'd be more scared than say if I had to play I don't know, reptile.
Unless it was me.
You gotta be true.
That's a problem.
And Smoke doesn't have armor.
Exactly.
So?
I mean, you can't armor through his strings. It's a pure guess for him.
Yeah.
Oh man, Kano's footsies were Smoke footsies.
He's got a decent down 4. No?
He's got a good down 3. Not bad.
He's bad.
Kano up playing in
Yeah, this is
2014.
ridiculous.
He's got the dive ball.
Oh, if that's blocked,
Yeah, what if I'm trying to go for like a
He's
smaller
got
team or
2-1-2.
something?
I mean, he can see a smoke bomb on reaction while he's in the air, and then hit him.
Oh man,
Back 1-1 pressure.
that's true. He's got a 50-50 just like Smoke in both
That's
of his
right.
launch.
For 30%.
Yeah, I mean that's 4 of those, and you're like equal to a Smoke comp.
Dude is X-ray.
That's true. He actually does have a good X-ray.
His
He's
X-rays
got
almost,
like
it's like, what, 40?
No charge.
No
when it's up though, like you could predict that shit from a mile. Most of the time.
Really, because the last time I remember playing Kano versus your Jax, I killed you with that X-ray, and you got so emo, you said, "I wish I had never won final round."
My Jax has leveled up since then.
All right,
That is
let's go back to
the perception that you bought.
Okay, yeah.
Leave
So-
Tom alone.
yeah. I'll leave you alone for now. So you're going to KIT, correct?
I hope so. If I don't get forgotten, left in the Kelb.
What do you mean, like we're going to drive without you?
Yeah, it's like, who are we forgetting? Oh, the dog.
Like Macaulay Culkin in Home
just
Alone?
leave
Like,
me.
we're leaving
I
you.
can see him as fucking Kevin in Home Alone.
Yeah, and would you be in the bathroom and
Yeah.
Put on the
Animal?
aftershave.
Yeah. So at MLG Dallas, I was at this restaurant. Have I told that story?
I don't know.
The Keep the Change story?
No.
I don't think so.
So at MLG Dallas, a ton of us, all the GGA guys, Carl, Tom, pretty much everyone, even CD Senior showed up to hang out. So we're all sitting at this giant table, and the waitress is getting our bills at the end, and I pay, and as she leaves, I go, "Keep the change, you filthy animal." I don't know why. I don't know why she thought I would get that. I don't know why I wanted to make a reference to Home Alone.
What'd she
But
say?
she looked stunned.
That's kind of a diss.
Was she pissed?
Yeah, I think she didn't get it. And she took the money and left, and everyone was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm like, "It's a Home Alone reference.
It's like 20 years old.
It's like a 20-year-old family film reference."
No, it wasn't even near Christmas then.
No, so from her perspective, her customer literally just said, "Keep the change, you filthy animal."
What a dick.
Yeah, I still feel really bad about
You
it.
should.
She left though. I couldn't say anything. Like, what am I gonna say? No, wait, it's not what you think. It's a
I was
reference.
quoting
to
Home Alone.
Yeah, I was.
Come back.
Did she look old enough like you would have seen it? I've even seen that movie, man.
Old enough. I mean,
How can
she
you
wasn't like 4 years old. Yeah, what the hell?
That's a good
I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty good. The Wet Bandits.
wet band. And then they were the sticky bandits.
Yeah, that's in part 2.
Oh,
I know that because it was just on TV recently. I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of Home Alone, believe me. So
I think that movie was overhyped.
Home
I
Alone
liked
1.
it.
It was overhyped. It was alright.
It's based in Chicago, right?
It is.
That's cool.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Dude,
I always
it's
wondered-
cold, man.
Dude, was he trying to like murder those burglars or just hurt them?
I think he was just trying to hurt them.
He had a blowtorch rigged up to where it burns their head. That would murder you.
I wouldn't murder you.
Burn your face off.
Dude, he stood there for like a good 3 seconds and let it burn him.
And that guy was super short.
That's true. If the tall guy had like walked in there, it would have burned his face off.
When he steps on that nail in that scene, I cringe. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. Dude, how cold is it in Oklahoma, K7?
It's like 40 degrees.
What?
It's like minus 40 here.
I have to shovel every morning.
It
That's my
snows
job.
once a week. It sucks. Yeah, but you're up in the north. It's always cold there.
No, not like this. Not like this, man.
Like, negative 40 is an exaggeration.
It's really negative 40.
Like, really negative 40.
It's not actually negative 40.
It's like
but it was
negative-
It's like negative
20.
40.
Yeah, it was like negative 10 yesterday.
It
The
doesn't.
last I looked, it was negative 8. It was literally sub-zero.
It doesn't get that cold here.
Dude, this
It's so
sucks.
cold you could lose your fingers and shit. I mean, and when we'd be out of a job,
Yeah, you would.
like, what are we gonna do if we lose our fingers?
That's true. What would you do?
I mean, yeah, what would we do? We can't be
Like games
no,
of your lives.
Yeah,
How
no,
many fingers are
Paulo,
you losing?
Don't fire me I can tell you what looks too good.
You could lose like the pinky and the ring finger,
That's true.
maybe the middle finger too.
If you lost your thumbs, though, you're just done. I'd have to become a professional commentator.
Dude, think about it. You really only need 2 fingers.
I guess.
The thumb and
You need your index finger. Oh yeah, that's 2.
yeah, 2.
Thumb and index.
Never really
It's like a claw.
yeah.
So,
This is weird.
anyway, KIT coming up. Which of the guys traveling do you want to play the most?
Matchup wise, probably okay. Well, let's say who I don't want to play. I don't want to play playing to win.
Why?
Strictly just Sinestro. It's a problem. Like when I played Wound when he was in town, it didn't go too well. I played him on stream. I lost like 13-0. It was bad.
Isn't that, according to THTB and Perfect Legend, isn't that match even?
Even 6-4. Sinestro. I don't know. I don't play a Sinestro of Wound's caliber enough. I don't think anyone does, really, offline except for Michelangelo, and that's where it counts the most. So, except for the whole Ohio guys just playing to win. So I really don't want to play him. I don't know how I feel about Batman. Like Forever King, he's a really solid player. Although I've only seen him really play Batman. Does he play anyone else?
He plays a ton of characters. He plays Wonder Woman constantly.
I mean, that's another character that I don't really know about, but I always say, Green Lantern's a super common character, and a lot of people know the matchup, but they don't know me. So
What does that mean?
I don't know. I feel like I play a lot. Like I'm always doing something. Like I'm not trying to play at this super slow pace. Like like if you're zoning against me, if I find a spot where I can like immediately turbine in, I'll turbine in and I'll YOLO lift, and I just kind of played crazy, sorta. I feel like I do.
Literally, like every Green Lantern plays the same.
Yeah, I don't know what you're
looks
talking
like.
about.
It looks exactly the same.
Yeah, you all look the same.
Just lift and back one.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I really want to play Theo. I don't know. He's just a player that I really want to play. Everyone hypes him up. He's obviously amazing. I think he's going,
Yeah,
right?
he's going.
And we're always like on the GBS chat stream. We're always like talking to each other. I'm always joking with him about how I'll body him and stuff, and I don't know, just a little playful trash talk. But I wouldn't mind playing him. That'd be super cool. I think he goes Superman on me though, because the general consensus is that Aquaman loses to Green Lantern unless she thinks different. But he thinks he's always talking about how Aquaman and Superman are like both super top 5, like guaranteed. Yeah. I really want to play M2 Dave, because I just want to beat the shit out of him.
Why? What do you have against Dave?
It's Dave. If I ever lose to Dave, I'll never hear the end of it. I literally can't lose to Dave.
You
even know Zod?
I don't know
You
Zod.
know what the hell's going on?
No, but
So you could easily lose.
I'm sure Dave doesn't either. He's just
I'm
going to try
pretty
to
sure he
zone.
knows what's going on with Green Lantern. It's not that complicated.
If he gets to zone you, you're in trouble. Dude, you're gonna get bodied.
He does.
A Zod?
He does outzone Green Lantern.
Dude, if you don't know Zod, you're done.
I know. I mean, I played a little Zod. Newbie sauce. Newbie sauce Zod.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously Zod at the highest possible.
I mean, who else? Who else is going?
Tom Brady.
Carl, you can get your run back.
Carl said he's trying to go, but he needs to get a ride. I don't know how he'll get down there. But yeah, I would love a run back with Carl, but I would want to do a little... like we played in tournament, I obviously want to play against Scorpion a little bit. get a little tech against them. I know I can't punish enhanced teleport, so that's kind of a problem. But yeah.
Newbie. All the Florida guys are going.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, just 2, I thought.
There's
Newbie
like
and-
White Boy, Newbie, Katana Prime.
Okay.
Mm.
Harley, on that THTB Green Lanterns matchup chart, someone said the matchup could possibly be in Harley's favor. I played Katana Prime at CEO, and I thought he was pretty solid. But apparently everyone's saying how much he's leveled up, and he did really good at or really well at NEC. And so that'd be awesome. Is Saltface going too?
I think. Oh yeah, he is. All of Atlanta's going.
So all these Harleys. That's a matchup that I have no clue really what's going on in. I know just air gun and regular gun. I know like how to punish her cartwheel and stuff, and to block low. And she's got a really good low starter, and her overhead's pretty good. But newbie, I'm super like Doomsday is one of the matchups that I'm like super confident in. I've played, PL's Doomsday, Jeremiah's Doomsday, Newbie's Oz Doomsday. Hold on. Oh, I don't know. Sorry, that was my roommate. Who else have I played? Those are like the 3 really good Doomsdays. So, I'm just really confident in the matchup. It's a matchup that I think is 5-5. It could possibly be in Green Lantern's favor, but one little trick that I found out that Doomsday is able to do, because a lot of Doomsdays have trouble with his minigun. Basically, what they say is that it makes Doomsday's trait irrelevant, because you don't even have to hit him just because of how long enhanced minigun takes, and he can keep doing it over and over again if he hits you with the back 1. But if he does that trait open or trade on, he could down 1 Earthshaker you before you get out minigun in the back 1-3. So, that's a pretty big deal.
So basically, you just want to play everybody.
Yeah, I just want to play everyone, except for playing to win.
Except for playing to win.
Yeah, not even in casuals or max.
Just don't even, and max. Just want to completely avoid them. Like, you won't even drive in the car with Max?
I'll drive in the car with Max. He's a super cool guy, but I hate Bane.
Bane is dumb.
He's insane.
I hate him.
What's the problem?
When you get knocked down in the corner, what can you do?
My problem.
Are your
that's my only problem, and this is in the corner really, because what happens is, so this is what people are saying to do against Bane as Green Lantern. You zone him out with minigun and jump back air fireball. While you're doing all this, you're just pushing yourself to the corner, and then one knockdown, and it's done, man.
Takes your life, Bar.
It's impossible. It's so hard. Lift is not a viable wake-up option against Bane. Yeah. So he was actually telling me to try to wake up and meter burn forward 3, and I was trying that, but that's super hard to time correctly. So maybe I just need matchup experience.
So minigun and jump back rocket?
Yeah.
I think you're being sold a bill of goods.
Yeah.
Well,
It's better than most characters, or not most.
He's gonna knock you down eventually.
Minigun doesn't count as a projectile, so it beats his charge. So that's why people suggest minigun. And trait minigun's got.
He has to dash in.
Yeah.
You get to blow up the dash.
His dash is pretty good though.
It's good, but yeah, it allows you to throw out some back ones. He runs into them.
Even throwing like out a back 1, like if I don't end it in a minigun, which just like Doomsday, he's able to just armor through right before the minigun comes out, which totally sucks. Or back 1-3 close rockets. He was having some trouble against that. I don't know. This was back in the end of December, which wasn't that long ago, but I've got exactly.
That was like a week ago. God.
Bottom line is that it's a rough matchup, man, and I really don't have any idea what's going on with it. So Max and plan to win can just I'll just avoid them.
Okay.
Is Sinestro broke?
Yeah.
Not maybe, just yeah.
Yeah. He's the best. He might be the best in the game.
Well, I think he is, without question, in the top 5 conversation. I don't know about Broke or the best.
But of course, people are going to say, is it Sinestro or is it just Wound?
Well, first off, Wound is awesome. He's one of the best people I've ever played. But he's not the only successful Sinestro. Also, even if he was, that doesn't mean anything. I mean, that's just a blank talking point. I mean, is it Infiltration or is it Akuma? I mean, you can do that. Is it Rio or is it Cabal? Well, no, because there's multiple people having success. And even if there wasn't, I mean, so what? We're talking about let's talk about his tools, not how good Wound is. I don't think anyone disagrees that he's awesome.
It takes a great player to show how good a character can be.
Right. I mean, that's just absolutely meaningless.
No one, when I'm watching Wound play, and he's doing his stuff, I'm thinking like, oh, what could that guy have done to blown that up? And a lot of the times it's nothing.
Especially when traits up. Yeah.
A lot of the times, he couldn't do anything about that. He either had to keep blocking, or yeah, I mean, that's the problem. Like, you can never get in. Just to get in, you risk getting vortexed. So, he seems top 5 material. To me, it looks like he's the closest thing to Kenshi in the game. To where, yeah, he's got some tough matchups, like some of the anti-zoners, some of the characters that can, hang with his zoning, or maybe, trade with him really well in the zoning, like Aquaman or something. But if he gets to zone and play footsies, like, I don't know what you're supposed to do. He zones you all day, then you get within back 1-2 range where you can't do anything. And then if you start respecting back 1-2, then he just keeps backing up, or he keeps trading up, and then you never get in. And then once he gets trait, then you're really never getting in. And he's going to be building all this meter, and then you're going to be back full screen again. Or he's going to put you in a 50-50 with a vortex. I mean, he dominates full screen, footsie rain. That back 1-2 is... I mean, that move's ridiculous.
Wound really knew how to use that, super well. Like, if I got in anywhere, I couldn't do anything. The range on it is insane.
The range is ridiculous.
Back one's a mid?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's really, really solid.
Yeah, when I was preparing for Sinestro, I thought Catwoman might do pretty decent. She can punish if he goes under his fireballs and stuff like that. I really focused on dealing with the zoning, and when I was actually playing him, that's what impressed me the most. The zoning it's good, but it's not killing Catwoman. It's the footsies. Like, I underestimated 3 things. Number 1, his backwalk speed. He walks back probably twice as fast as I walk full. So when you combine that with the range of back 1-2 and how good his down 2 is, it's extremely difficult for her to approach him.
The problem is, even if you jump at him, he does back 1-2. It's kind of like Superman's old forward 2-3. He just goes under you, and you're just back at square one.
He can also hit you out of the air. Like, if you're not, you have to be in the air before he does it. If you're jumping up and he does it, you're going to get hit out of the air and comboed. Yeah, like, back 1-2 beats. It's the same speed as her forward 1 with much more range. So he outfootsies her with forward 1. It comes out faster and beats low whip. It can beat jumping, and he has a godlike down 2. It can beat back 3. She can use back 3 to go under it if she's full charging it. If she's down, she's leaned way on the ground, she can go under it, but otherwise it beats it. It'll even hit her out of the air. Like, if they do it like the same time, he'll put her in a juggle state. So I really can't compete with his footsies at all. I can't jump. Like, You can't do jump 1. You can't jump in with jump 1 or 3. It's Aquaman, Hot Girl, level good. And, people will say, well, you can use max range jump 2. Which is true. He can't anti-air max range jump 2 very well, so she can do that. But Wound is no idiot. Wound's spacing is very good, and Wound knows that if you block a max range jump 2, you don't actually get much offense from it, so he just continues to hold back. So he's just holding back, and Kenshi is an apt comparison. And that's not to say that he's number 2 in the game and absolutely broken. That's a loaded phrase to throw out the K word like that. But the idea that his defense, his fortress-like defense is, I think, what you mean. Yeah, like I can't. Dashing is unsafe. Jumping is unsafe. Back 3 is unsafe. Forward 1's unsafe. Low whips, like all my options to get are unsafe. It's difficult just to walk into the space where those won't whiff. Like if you're at back 3 range and he's walking back 3 will whiff. Even though back 3 has tremendous range, he's walking back so fast, the back 3 will whiff unless I walk myself into the. If I need to get him to stop moving to walk into place to where that back 3 will even hit him without it whiffing, and that in itself is hard. So
yeah, one of the cheapest. I think one of the things that made Kenshi was his backwalk speed.
Absolutely. It
was his backwalk speed. You couldn't catch him. So he's always at the perfect spacing, throwing out safe moves to keep you out. And the only thing that you can do is something unsafe to beat him. Like you have to just randomly jump at a random time or randomly throw out armor or something like that. Like that was why, and yeah, Sinestro seems like the same way. He just walks back. Your walk speed isn't as good as his back walk speed, so you're committed to doing unsafe dashes and jumps.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, he can safely throw out, either meter burn fear blast or a back 1-2 or just keep walking back. Or, it's dumb when he can just charge trait and you're in a guessing game of whether or not you should try and hit him out of the trait or not.
Yeah, that's the third thing. I underestimated his backwalk speed. I underestimated the range of his back 1-2. And I underestimated the trait charge big time. Like, Wound is. I used to always say what made Pig's Kenshi so good is Pig had a very good gut feeling on when you were scared to move. That's what separated Pig from the other Kenshis. He'd play Kenshi's A game, and he'd make you afraid to move. And then he would go in and he would do Kenshi's 50-50, or he would jump. And it was overwhelming. You can't move. You're not ready to anti-air, you're not ready for him to dash up and do Kenshi's 50-50. And with Wound's really good. He knows you're scared to move, and then he will just charge that fucking trait at Footsie's range. I remember watching him at Fall Classic when he did that to Sonic Fox and other people, and I even said on the show, that was the most impressive thing he did. The balls, just charge that trait. And now I realize it's not really big balls to do that. He's just, of course, he's charging trait at.
You try and hit him, he's going to vortex you.
Yeah. He's got great recovery after the trait charge, too.
Right. Every time he starts looking at his watch, if he lets go and does back 1-2, that's going to beat my back 3, my jump, my low whip, my forward 1. Yeah, it's super
if
good.
He gets to play his game, I don't know what the hell you're supposed to do. I don't see, like, if you got, like, a character, like, that just has to get in and try and do your stuff, and you don't have some super gimmick to get in, and you just got to rely on footsies, I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to do.
I don't know either. Like, I was pretty baffled. We played a lot. It was awesome. It was actually a lot of fun. A lot of salt. We played he stayed with us, so I got to play him for hundreds and hundreds of games, and I was super impressed by his fundamentals in this game, but Sinestro, I was like, every day we'd play, I'm like, here's my idea running through my head. Let's see if this makes it better. And it fixed whatever situation I'd patch up, whatever situation I was having. But overall, I still got blown up. And I'm still left thinking, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. Other than, as you said, maybe I charge a back 3, he happens to do back 1-2, I go under it, I get the 30%, I guess right on the Oki, I take 100% of his, I take his whole bar, I start turtling, he starts to taking more risks, other than gaining momentum through luck, which is doable in this game. This is a momentum game, and Catwoman definitely can do that. Other than that, I don't know how to actually beat him at playing his game. I don't know if that's possible for my character, at least, to do that.
He's also probably the only character in the game, at least it seems like, he just gets to get up for free if he has trait.
That's not entirely true. That's strong, but through and that's one of the things I'm talking about. I thought that at first. I was like, God, when he has trait, he just does spider into trait, and that's getting him up for free. That kills Catwoman. But there's tricks. Like what I'll do a knockdown. I'll end my combo in 1-4-2, dash up, and then if I read he's going to do that, I backdash. The spider will whiff, and then a back 3 goes under the trait and combos him. And it's not just her. Like, no. I know what you're going to say. Killer Frost can do that with slide. I'm sure other characters have options to advance forward, make the spider whiff, and then advance forward while the trait goes under you.
Either way.
That's a strong wake-up attack, though. You're right. I see Sinestro players saying, I can't, his wake-ups are so bad. If you have a fully invincible wake-up attack, it's a fully invincible wake-up attack that covers forward attacks and some jump overs.
Yeah,
like that's hit you. Right.
That's a huge problem I have as Green Lantern. Like, I've just, relatively recently, I've been using this whole meter burn Lantern's Might, and then I could do a 50-50. It's jump 3, and then it's either crosses you up or it doesn't cross you up, and it's almost impossible to see. And if I try to cross Sinestro up, his wake up attack will cover his back. So and then it sends me full screen, right? So get fucked.
Yeah, that's not a bad wake up attack at all.
I literally all of my vortex options that are great and pretty much any other matchup just get blown up by him. And people are like, just stay in. It's like it's hard, man. It's really, really tough. Like knockdowns.
He reminds me of ST Dalsum. It's like first you got to deal with the zoning, and then Dalsum has like these drills and footsies and just his normals in general, like slide and shit. So you got to deal with these stupid normals. And then even if you get in, he's got the best throw range in the game into a noogie throw into a vortex. And it seems very similar. It's like, and Dalsum was top tier, like easily. I think he was the best in Japan. He was the best character in the game according to the Japanese. I'm not saying Sinestro's the best character in the game, but a lot of similarities exist. When you dominate every part of the screen, I mean, I don't know. If he's only going to struggle on matchups that have really good anti-zoners and how many matchups, maybe 5 matchups that he really struggle, like just he has to play the game at least. I don't know.
Well, Sinestro players say he has enough losing matchups to not be a top 5 character.
Who does he lose to besides Aquaman and...
I could see Frost.
Oh, okay. I was going to say Aquaman and Batgirl. Maybe Batgirl. I don't know.
I don't even know if Batgirl is.
They say 5. Killer Frost, Aquaman, Scorpion, Manhunter. Those are the 4 I can think of.
Why Manhunter?
Teleport.
But there's like a universal solution to that.
Rebel.
I would imagine with his trade on, he can actually play footsies. He can actually deal with back 1-2 because of his 2-2 and stuff like that.
You just don't know.
Rebello.
I don't know.
So when you were like, when you had Wound staying with you, did he think he was top? Like top 5?
Well, I would say I yelled at him for downplaying probably about once every 15 minutes.
He does.
And he insisted that Sinestro was like 7th on the tier list and not
7.
Not downplaying. He's like, he's not top 5, but he's like 7th or 8th or something like that.
It's like, okay, maybe he's got like 5, tough matchups, but like everyone else, like it seems like he just destroys.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was talking to him, we were talking back and forth about the match. Because he went in open-minded about Catwoman. He's like, I really only play her online where it's a nightmare trying to anti-air her, which I can imagine. Catwoman online is probably, if she can go ham, like, jumping, that probably is huge. So he's like, so we'll see what this is like offline. And he was pretty reasonable. Like, towards the end, he's like, I'm not really sure what you're supposed to be doing here. Like, I guess you just have to guess. Like, but he would say, but you don't know what it's like playing Scorpion and shit like that. So, I don't know. I don't play those characters. I can only speak on behalf of my matchup. And I was left very impressed by Sinestro. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to be approaching him.
I'm glad it was everybody, because he's been doing that shit online, like, all year. Sucks.
Botting everyone.
Yes.
He's definitely among the best players. Like, talking about his, like, a lot of people have asked me what made him so good, and it's like, he left nothing on the table. Like, he whiff punishes everything.
It's like playing a fucking computer.
Yeah, he whiff punishes everything. He drops nothing. His spacing is excellent. His knowledge of the range of his moves and their moves is excellent. Like, there's all the little stuff. Like, Catwoman has a lot of moves that have long range and are low recovery on whiff and are very difficult to whiff punish. Either because she's so low to the ground, or because the recovery is so short, or even stuff it's kind of silly, but like people don't even know when the move's gonna end, and they're like, "What?" Like back 1-2, back 1-2 down 3. I don't know how many people I play that are quite good that are be back walking it, and they're like, I know I'm out of range, and then and they get hit by that last hit, and they're like, she's broken. Like, he down 1 shackles that every time. Like, he knows that when I whiff it down, or when I whiff back 3, down 1 shackles. Like, you can't get away with anything. His tech throwing is strong. Like, he's not afraid when you when you jump in and he blocks it. He's not afraid to try to backdash out or poke out. Like, there's a lot of people I'm guilty of it. I think a lot of us are guilty of it. Like, when you're at like -3, -4, -5, in MK, you didn't have many defensive options, so you just had to sit there and take that. He will backdash out, jump out. Like, back 1-2, when you block his back 1-2, he doesn't just sit there. He's -5, but he's not like, oh, well, I can't do anything. It's your turn. In MK, -5 minute was your turn. He'll jump back if he thinks I'm going to do forward 1. He'll backdash if he thinks I'm going to do down 1. He'll meter burn back 3 if he thinks I'm going to do, back 3 or whatever. Like, he is constantly making his reads. It's never just your turn to go ham, which is how the Injustice system works. Like, you could tell he has a super, super deep understanding of the Injustice engine.
Yeah, not a lot of people do.
Agreed.
It's still different.
Yeah, it's very different than MK, and it's impressive to me that he's a guy where his first serious fighting game was MK,
Yep.
and he's caught on super well.
He's an online warrior, too. He started online. Doesn't have much of a scene.
He doesn't. He basically has only played a couple
3
people
guys, yeah.
besides this tournament, yeah.
Gotta respect it.
But yeah, a lot of these guys, I think it's interesting right now that whether he's top 5 or not, I think is actually basically irrelevant. Because right now, no one thinks their character's top 5, except randomly Pig with Zod. He's like the only one. Everyone else is like, no, my character's 6th on the tier list. He has 4 bad matchups. It's like, well, guys, if Aquaman players are like, no, man, he's not top 5. Zod players, they're actually the only ones that are like, yeah, he's top 5. Like, Lantern players are like, no, man, he's not top 5. Let's talk about his backdash. Like, yeah, like every character has these couple of flaws. No, Sinestro's not top 5. What about the teleporters? Martian players are like, no, man, he's not top 5. What about Flash and Doomsday? Like, all these communities. Well, there can't be 8 characters that are 6th on the tier list. So I don't think it really matters. Or Batman players are like, no, man, he's not top 5. Slide is punishable. You can push block his bats. He's not top 5. Like, I think that shows why we're seeing these results in tournament. Why? I think it's kind of a red herring to be talking about is Sinestro top 5 or not. The point is, Wound is showing why the character's super, super fucking good. That's what we want to get across.
Using the tools to the max.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody knows what the fuck's up with tier lists yet.
Yeah, nobody knows what the fuck is going on with these tier lists.
We might not for a long time, too.
Which is fine. I mean, at this time in MK's life, Katana was top 5. Cabal lost to Jax.
Yeah, I remember.
What do you mean? Oh, no, that's true. Shit.
At this
NAC.
time in MK's life, Hig had yet to debut as Kenshi for real. Hig had yet to beat a Katana player with Kenshi at this time in MK's life. So maybe we should relax on the definitive top 5s and shit like that.
Yeah, I agree.
And just focus on the character's tools. What makes the character good?
NEC Grand Finals for MK was what? Shang versus Jax.
That's right.
The first year.
So we're heading into what should be an interesting EVO season. Like, I personally can't wait for them. They're going to announce the EVO games really soon. They haven't said the day, but it could be any day now.
I'm sure Injustice will be in.
I am too. I'm extremely confident Injustice will be in. And I'm excited for the EVO season. I'm hoping to travel again.
MK is at SCR and UFGT.
It is. I saw that. That's surprising, but cool. I guess those SoCal guys still play a lot. They still do streams like every week and stuff.
They do. They
still do tournaments.
MK scenes.
Yeah. Maybe GGA should start playing again at some point.
That's cool. It's at UFGT.
It is.
K7, like, what's up with your people in Oklahoma?
My people.
Yeah, why are you all trying to worship Satan?
I don't know. It's just what we do, man.
Yeah, did you see that?
No, I didn't see this. What are you
You
talking
don't even know about your own state?
I don't watch the news. What are you talking about? Satan?
Dude, like, your people are trying to put a Satan statue in the Capitol.
Dude, this place is, like, super religious.
Dude, like...
I'm Googling this shit right now.
Yeah, like, your people are trying to put Satan in your state capital, like a statue of him.
It's just a group of certain people that want to.
Your people.
Yeah, your people.
What do you have to say
I was
about
a
that?
goth in high school.
What?
Do you have any pictures?
I might, actually.
Did you wear, like,
I mean,
mascara and shit?
No, I never wore makeup, but I wore all black. I still
Did you wear those pants with like a bunch of layers and
Shit.
chains?
Yeah. Dude, I was super into Marilyn Manson.
You were a fat Oklahoman goth?
Yes. Yes.
What did your
What did
fellow
you have?
hillbillies think about
Yeah.
that?
It was a way to rebel against that.
What did you
He's a
have to
goth.
be goth about?
I don't know.
What did you have to be goth about? Like, what's goth about your life? Like, were you just like, no one understands me. I'm the
Yeah.
only one here. I'm the only one that's not a redneck.
That's pretty much it. I really identified with Marilyn Manson.
Cabal's not that good.
You want to suck your own dick?
That was a rumor.
That you wanted to suck your own dick, or that
Didn't
Marilyn?
you really
The
put breast
Marilyn
implants inside of him or something?
No,
This
that's
was
just
before he got all dumb. This was like in, Antichrist Superstar did. That was a tight album. That's a good album. Fuck you.
So yeah.
Yeah,
I know you said you weren't totally religious last episode, but to go as far as Satan, it's pretty crazy, man.
satanic. I was kind of satanic in high school. I've matured since then.
How can you be kind of satanic?
Yeah, how can you be kind of
It's just a
Either
way.
Either you believe in
No.
Baphomet or whatever, or you do not.
Baphomet. Baphomet.
That's tight, Baphomet.
Baphomet.
Beelzebub. Either you worship Beelzebub or you do not.
It was just a way to piss off the parents.
Yeah, isn't that all Satanists?
Yeah.
I dated a girl who was a Satanist.
Like an actual like LaVey Satanist or like
Aren't
Well,
don't
she wasn't-
Satanists not worship
There's lots
Satan?
of different Satanists.
yeah, actual Satanists, like the Church of Satan people don't actually believe.
It's just a state of mind.
Well, I don't think she like actually practiced.
It's an
But
image.
she said like she did like some sort of like seance or some shit, and she like casted a spell on some dude, and he ended up getting some fucked up disease, and then she stopped doing it because
Are you sure
She got
meant,
scared.
like witchcraft, like Wiccan shit, like Willow?
Yeah, that's more.
yeah, like
Willow.
Not the movie about elves. Willow
Oh
goes in-
fuck! I got excited.
Oh god. No, yeah, Willow from Buffy.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck that.
Yeah, did you look it up, dude? Your people.
It's just some group trying to get it done. It's not gonna happen. Dude, we're in the Bible Belt.
Well, legally
Garen-
they might have no choice. But
There's
to let
no
it happen.
way it will happen. That will not get put on the fucking. No way.
Well, it's either that or they gotta take down that Ten Commandments monument.
Yeah, that's the
Well,
point.
that
That's the
wasn't
statement
either.
they're making. I think it's awesome that these guys are doing this.
I mean, you can say legally they have a point, but it's not gonna happen in Oklahoma. There's too many closed-minded people.
Tommy,
So
I understand there was once a story involving Jim and a cup of water. What happened?
I have to explain it.
That was random.
Basically, we were on a road trip, and we went to a gas station, and I got a cup of water. And I was trying to explain to Jim that once the ice melted in the cup, that it would get lighter.
The
What?
cup?
Yeah, the cup would get lighter because the ice was gonna be melted.
That makes no sense.
That makes no sense.
I thought like the ice. I obviously know it's not true anymore, but I thought the ice was heavier than the water that it melted into.
Were you high?
Alright, I got a physics question for you. If you have there's one jar and it's got a fly in it, and it's just sitting there on the ground, and it weighs, whatever. And then there's another jar with another fly in the jar, and it weighs exactly the same, but it's flying around in the jar. Which jar weighs more?
They weigh the same.
That's
Yeah, I
a
didn't
tr-
take physics.
That's a trick question.
So they both.
Well, I wanted Tommy to answer.
Well, you didn't say which was right or who was right. Fuck. I'm just gonna go and say they both weigh the same.
Alright, see? So, you understand that, but not ice.
I was like in high school, man. It was like a senior in high school.
That's like a year ago.
Yeah, that's-
2 years now, man. It's 2014. Give me some credit.
Also, what about the time that you couldn't drink out of your coffee cup?
That's not what I don't even know. I don't even remember that time. How do you know about all these times and I don't remember these times?
So you got a
Because
cup
you're making
of
them
coffee.
up. Get the fuck
No,
out
you
of
got
here.
a cup of coffee and you were trying to drink out of it.
Oh, yeah, and there was actually there was 2 lids, and then
That's what I'm
Aaron's,
getting to.
Aaron's like, dude, did you check if there's a second lid? I'm like, nah, man, I already checked. And then Aaron proceeded to lift a second lid off the cup. Yeah, sometimes I'm retarded, but
What about the legendary story at Seasons Meetings where you wet the bed?
What?
that is something Sunk made up. It's because I spilt the drink on the bed, and I also fell asleep. And then Sunk woke me up. He's like, "Tom, you wet the bed," and I'm freaking out. I'm like, "What?" And then I don't know, for some odd reason, everyone thinks that I think that I wet the bed, but I actually didn't.
But you did for a little bit.
Think that I wet the bed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 16-bit, you've said some dumb things too.
Not as dumb as some of this stuff.
Dude, you were like, I know sports. I know football, like the Chicago Cubs.
No, hold on. No, that I actually know.
You said that.
Bears.
Get the fuck out
No,
of
no,
here.
I did say that, but that was just misspeaking, not actually not knowing. I know baseball and football. I know the
Mhm.
difference between the two. That was just
Sure. Just like where the Panama Canal is.
I mean, I was just trolling there.
Uh-huh.
Alright, I got a real talk question for Mr. Waffles. I heard this from an anonymous source.
Oh my god.
Is it true that you banged a chick in the van outside of a tournament while the tournament was going on? True or false?
You have to tell the truth. You have to tell
Who was the
truth.
anonymous source?
I'm not saying.
All right. Yeah, it's true.
That's awesome. And did you not make top 8 that turn?
I got third place, beat CD Junior, and double eliminated fucking Empty Dave. So hold that shit.
It's a good day.
This is actually the first time you've come clean about that. You've never actually admitted this before.
Yeah, because
I'm
Maybe
proud
you
of
should do that more often.
That's legendary.
next year at Evo, man.
That's
Wasn't that Frothy's girlfriend?
No, it's
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
No,
Frothy
it was-
is actually
Yeah.
the guy who
Fucking-
told me this.
Exactly. Yeah,
No,
that was his
I'm
girlfriend.
lying.
Also, wasn't he supposed to be anonymous?
no, it was just some, I don't know.
Some chick.
He like posted a thread before the tournament saying that she was texting him or something, and then she randomly brought him there, and I was super fucked up, and she was drunk, and yeah.
Slipped it in.
Didn't-
Was she conscious?
Yeah, she was conscious.
Is it not true that Dizzy knocked on the van's door and you were like, what was your excuse when he was
No,
knocking on the
it wasn't
van's door?
Dizzy, it was Sunk.
Okay, what did he say? Like, what did you say? I left my glasses in here or something. What was it?
I think
No,
I
he
was
was
looking
looking
for
for
my
wallet.
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 God, everyone fucking knows this shit. That's tight. Sorta.
Everyone knows it.
Was she hot?
Sorta.
That sounds like a no.
Yeah.
The Frothy's
Like,
girlfriend, you know he's listening.
Dude, this is fucked
I don't know. I was pretty
Does he
hot.
listen to the show?
up. I hope not. He's a mod.
Well, if he sent you the anonymous thing about this,
I was
he's obviously
lying.
listening.
Yeah, he wants to hear about it.
No, he did not. He is not the one. I was lying.
It was Sunk.
Was it really?
No.
Just tell us who the anonymous
No.
guy was. I think it was
It
Jeremiah.
has to be anonymous. That
Jeremiah. It was Jeremiah.
was not Jeremiah. That I know of. It was an anonymous source.
Well, Tommy, what are some of the great moments from the other GGA guys? Like, everyone's putting you on blast. So what are like some, what's like a Jeremiah moment, or a Phil moment, or a Pon moment, or a me?
Well, okay, back in the early days of GGA when we were still running pretty local, we went to this tournament in Chicago at this place called Ignite. It's like this gaming lounge.
Mhm.
And Jeremiah drove me, and the entire way there, he wouldn't stop playing Britney Spears to prep us up for the tournament.
He loves Britney Spears. He knows trivia about her.
So, I mean, I don't
He's
know.
given me questions before.
I like Britney Spears.
I just thought
Not-
it was pretty.
He actually likes her music.
Oh.
Yeah. Dude, to be fair, that first album was really good.
I don't know. Jeremiah, he's just
Hit Me Baby One More Time's a good song.
I don't know. I like Toxic by her.
Toxic is
Dude,
good.
get the fuck out. That's when
Toxic
she
is
was.
good.
Toxic
That's a
is
shitty
good.
I like
song,
that song.
dude.
That's a
Oh.
good
Dude,
song.
get the fuck out of here.
I like it.
That's her only. That's honestly the only song I like by her probably.
No. That song sucks.
It's a good song.
That's just a music industry fucking manufactured jarg crap.
Right,
that they just
exactly.
gave
That's
to
why
her.
it's perfect.
No. When the music when the music industry gave her like good shit like early on, that was good. And then she became washed up, and they're like, oh, let's just fucking have her sing some garbage, and we'll still make money. That's toxic. She sucks now. She used to be good, but she's all fucked up, and the music industry abuses
She
her.
is all fucked up now.
Yeah, she
She
is.
went crazy.
Yeah,
What's
Yeah.
real
dude.
bad.
Can you blame her though? Like some shit went down.
Like what?
I can't blame her.
They like took
Didn't
that
she broke up with her boyfriend or
Dude,
husband?
she got knocked up by just some guy.
Yeah.
back
And then
to
the
him.
guy like painted her out to be such a shitty person that she didn't even get custody of her own
Yeah,
kid.
They took her kids, and she freaked out.
Like that's shitty even if you're a mom, just in general. Like that alone, like you're embarrassed. But to be on the world scale and everyone knows that, dude, that's fucked up. And then she shaved her head. And
That was crazy. She attacked somebody with like an umbrella.
I was
What?
You see that? Yeah.
Like
there's
the
pictures of
penguin?
it. She attacked like a camera guy with a fucking umbrella. I swear to God.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
There's pictures of it.
yeah.
And she had the shaved head.
And then Justin Timberlake broke up with her and shit. Like, dude, like she has been under a lot of public scrutiny, and she just broke, and I can't really blame her.
Yeah, I can't blame her. Dude,
She was supposed
got
to be like the next
super-
big thing, and then her personal life just got blown up. That
She was
sucks.
super famous by 16 years old.
Is she actually
She
a good
was at
singer
the
though?
MTV like music awards, and she wore that like bikini or whatever, and everyone was talking about how fat she was.
When was that? Was that recent or?
No, that was a
Years
long
ago.
time.
Oh, she
everyone
was
was
all
like,
doped
God.
up. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do remember that. I do remember when she got fat.
Yeah, like
Was that
Jesus
before she went crazy?
shit.
No,
She
this was her
recovered.
comeback.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she went crazy, then she made a comeback, then she got fat.
Yeah.
Axl Rose was also at that MTV Awards looking really bad. Remember
He
that?
sucked.
Yeah, he was terrible.
Man, he needs to hang it up.
Yeah,
That like killed my childhood seeing him like that.
yeah, that was really bad.
It was terrible.
Who's Axl Rose?
What?
Oh my god.
Shut up.
The show
That's
is over.
Oh, wait, let me guess. I know he's a singer
Wait.
for a band.
Oh my god. What is
Is
happening?
it Guns N' Roses?
Yes, congratulations. You know basic history.
Dude, I grew up like with not that kind of music,
What did
How do
you
you not
R&B
know
and
Axl Rose?
hip hop and
hip hop?
oh, yeah, dude.
Like what is the song of your
Hannah Montana
Hannah Montana?
Hip
I don't even know what
or
the
Miley
fuck that
Cyrus.
is. I do like Miley.
That's Miley Cyrus's show.
She's so fucking hot.
I like her. Like her music sucks. So.
You like her, but you don't know what Hannah Montana is?
I don't know what it is.
That's the show.
Yeah, that's
what
what she
show?
got famous.
Like a cartoon or what?
Nah,
No,
it was the
she's
show on
actually in it.
Disney Channel.
I know she was like a Disney chick.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was the show.
And then
That
she
was her
got
show.
old. She started smoking weed and got bad.
Did you see her smoking weed on stage?
Yes.
Yeah, that was funny.
With like midgets.
What?
She had midgets with her.
What?
Midgets, little people.
K7, do you like midget wrestling?
You like midget porn?
Like, do you like when they bring out the minis?
Not really.
Yeah, me neither. I never really got it.
Never really got it. They can't do
Yeah,
much.
it's really dumb.
Yeah, it's not as
The only time I would have to say the best accomplishment a midget wrestler ever had was that Mini Booker. Remember that?
yeah.
Yeah, he was awesome.
The spinneroonie.
And Mini Bret Hart when Shawn like put his hand on his head and was like, "You can't touch me." Remember that?
I think you super kicked him too.
Yeah, that was awesome.
There's a lot of violence to midgets in this one.
Yeah, other than them getting beat up or imitating a real wrestler, that's pretty much all midget wrestlers are good at.
It's big.
No offense.
though.
It's big in Mexico, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm surprised no fighting games ever had a midget wrestler as a character.
Yeah.
Did you ever play that fighting game where it's the rappers, Def Jam?
Def Jam?
Yeah, I played that.
Someone posted a thread about the tier list today. That was
Yeah, I
pretty
saw
cool.
it. Didn't it play like kind of like those WCW games?
Yeah, it was like a
It
wrestling.
had that engine.
It was like a wrestling ring.
There's two. I can't remember the first one. Yeah, no, you're right. It did. Yeah, you're
It
right.
had that engine,
ma-
I think.
They were made by Aki. Yeah.
Yeah. I never really got
Those
it.
games were good, man.
I
Those
heard
games
they were really
awesome.
good. Yeah.
Def
Yeah, they
Jam?
were very good. Very fun. They had a whole fighting engine and risk reward and everything. It was awesome. Good stuff.
We should probably talk more about Injustice. Kind of gone off the rails.
Alright.
Should I
So,
tell
Tommy-
more?
Yeah,
Uh,
what's this mobility thing that everyone's crying about?
Oh, okay. Well, it's his forward walk speed, forward dash, back dash. His back walk speed's not bad,
Not bad. It's like one of the best in the game.
but when he's going backwards, he's usually jumping back and throwing air fireballs. So his back dash is or his back walk speed is, yeah. Although it is it's not that fast. Like it's slow and it's like it doesn't beat anyone's forward walk speed. So like if someone's walking
His
forward,
walk back speed,
yeah.
it's gotta be like top 5.
But I'm saying it's slow enough to where if someone's walking forward, like you can catch them off guard sometimes with the back one.
What?
You know, if you're walking away and they're walking forward, and then you just randomly back one.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a huge problem, and it's the leading cause in most of his bad matchups. In fact, every single bad matchup. Because every single bad matchup he's got, it's usually to his zoner. So you got Raven, Sinestro, Zod.
Raven? Didn't you beat Glass Sword?
I did, but I mean, Glass Sword himself even admitted it that he actually blew me up. He's like, Tommy was just being an idiot and turbining in, which no one else is doing, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah, he said you were stupid.
whatever.
Well, he's just stupid!
What was that?
That's what he said.
Yeah, you sounded like a mentally challenged person.
So bad.
No, he just has that deep voice. Stupid. Brant, help me. Waffles is being stupid. Slips, what do you think about this Green Lantern mobility thing? I think this might be downplaying.
I mean, I don't get it either. I mean, you just dash forward. It's not like his dash is any slower recovery than anyone else, is it? Like,
It's pretty. I mean, it's a lot.
He doesn't travel as far. I get that.
It's got pretty bad recovery. Like, I mean, but like, would you say Lobo's got like better dash recovery than most characters, or normal?
I'd say it
Like
has-
compared to Lobo, it's trash.
Lobo's, it goes further, I think.
Yeah.
What is recovery on it?
Like, what's the what can you not that's what I don't get. Like, guessing game with Raven and Green Lantern is exactly the same as any other character. What? It's not like you can't dash out of her guessing game. Like, you block a pillar. Is it not the exact same guess as every other character?
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Like,
Come on.
whenever you block a pillar from Raven,
Okay.
if you dash forward, then you get soul crushed.
If you don't dash forward like immediately, like if you're a tad bit late, like she's able to grab you if she does soul crush.
Isn't that just your fault? Like,
That's
I'm
every
mean, it's-
character, though.
No, I
Every
mean,
character.
I would say some characters you don't have to be like on the frame exactly with your front dash. Like most most Green Lanterns suggested simply walking forward instead of dashing because it's
Why would you not
that
just
bad.
learn the timing?
Yeah,
and then-
just learn the timing.
Right. I don't.
So you're saying it's like the startup
Right, the
of
startup
the dash and recovery.
it's pretty.
It's
pretty
longer than most.
Mhm.
But if it's still possible, I mean, why not just learn the
It's not
timing?
hard to buffer a dash.
Right.
Like, what's the scenario that he can't dash and everyone else can? That's what I don't get.
I get some. I know Supernova. That's an example that's always brought up. That you can't.
Okay.
Supernova
Makes sense.
That makes sense. But like Raven, like I don't get it.
Yeah, the Raven one I don't get.
Like she's throwing the projectile, and then I can't dash between the projectile. Like if she soul crushes.
So
That's
Right,
everyone.
everyone, that's what she does.
That's her
To
zoning.
everyone.
That's not a Green Lantern.
Like even if you're like 3/4 screen, you can't do it with any other character.
No, that's her
Frame
whole
traps.
thing.
That's her whole game.
No, you don't block it. You just duck it.
What?
The projectile.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same. If you duck it, it depends on the distance. Like, if she's full screen, you definitely can't do it. If it's 3/4 screen, I think she has to be on point, but she can still do it. And then anything closer, then yeah, you can dash. But yeah, I don't get it either.
It's just he's just slow. That's the bottom line. It's just it's slower and it's easier to zone because it's slower.
Yeah, but I would think if it's possible, then if you guys just
I'm not saying
really
it's not. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm saying it's possible.
Like he
so it's
covers
just
less
harder.
ground. It takes longer for him to get in, I think. So he's eating more shit.
I guess it does recover a little bit slower, but ultimately, at least in the Raven matchup, it doesn't really matter. Like he still suffers
still
the same fate
dash.
as everyone else.
Right. Well, what's
That's
another
what-
match
I mean,
for
that's what
Crystal
everyone's
Ballot?
Okay.
What do you? Hold on. Why do you go with what everyone else says? Why you're one of the most successful Green Lantern players. Why do we have to listen to these Green Lantern players that do nothing? I don't understand.
I feel like fifth at Frosty Faustings. It's okay. I mean I beat PPJ. Like that's
Who won NEC?
that's a pretty. I mean that's a great win. But
Why
because
are we listening to
I lost
Green Lantern
to.
players who don't even play the fucking game? What do you actually think?
Stand up for yourself, Tommy.
Right.
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
under.
I
You
agree
are
with-
the one that just beat the NEC champion.
I'm saying I agree with what he's saying about Raven. I agree with most of his stuff except for there's a couple
Who's
matchups.
he? I'm talking about your
TH2B.
community. I'm talking about your community in general.
The person, well, I mean, our community leaders are like TH2B, KT Smith, and 187, I think.
Why aren't you the Green Lantern community leader?
I feel like I don't have enough cred, and I know they don't have like any offline cred, but
You
they've
should
got,
cred
Never
than
been to a
them.
tournament ever.
but people will listen to him because he's always online.
He hasn't been to a tournament literally in years now. Years ago was the last tournament he was at.
He's always online.
Why aren't you the community leader?
Fifth at one tournament. I don't feel like
His
a leader.
last top 8 was season speeding 20.
Okay, if we're going off wins, why isn't DJT posting shit?
He does, and he says Green Lantern's super good.
I'm saying he's super good too.
He disagrees with everyone. Kant, have you seen? He'll come in and be like, Raven's not that bad. This is what you're supposed to do.
Well, I haven't seen his post on Raven.
Well, why don't you step up?
You know, there's a record function in the game.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you can literally record every setup that people are using on you, and you can figure out what to do about it.
I'm not saying I don't know what to do. I know what to do. I'm just explaining why, like, technically it's bad. Like, obviously I know what to do. I beat Glass Sword.
You just massively outplay Glass Sword.
I guess so.
Okay. Damn.
Fuck
Damn.
Waffles.
Fuck you, Nader!
Nader.
Hater.
Neither.
That's his last name.
I thought it was Kniford.
It's
No, it's neither.
Alright, I don't know. I'm just speculating. Because you guys complain about it a lot. There seems to be this mentality that we're supposed to cry about Green Lantern's mobility like every day. Every time Green Lantern comes up, this horde of Green Lantern players are like, "But what about it? You know I'm right. But what
That's
about his
the
mobility?
default
What about his
argument.
Yeah, but what about his mobility? Well, what?
He's
Yeah, we
slow.
know, dude. We know. We've heard about it 100 fucking times. Every fucking tier list thread. Well, what about his mobility? We've all taken that into account. Now we're talking like we're moving on from that. At Tony's lately, I've literally made everyone do a moment of silence for Green Lantern's mobility, where it's like, let's all stop and have our moment when we talk about it. And the table will say, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. And like, we have now acknowledged Green Lantern's mobility. We can now move on.
I don't complain about it as much. Like,
You complain
I
about it.
hardly complain about it.
You've called Raven vs. Lantern 2-8.
Absolutely not. I've called Sinestro versus Lantern 2-8, Bane versus Lantern. THCB is Bane 5-5, and I just cry.
Well, you're the one playing Max. What, like, you talk about?
I think
People say Machine Gun keeps him out.
I think Machine Gun is extremely overrated. Not only at GGA, but all over the place.
What do you mean?
Like, it's -7 on block. So, and I have one option, and that's lift.
-7 on block. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Aren't they pushed back? Can't
Not the regular one, the enhanced one they're pushed back.
regular one they're pushed back.
Yeah, they push.
I mean, barely. You're in
Okay,
normal range.
Catwoman's cat claws are also -7 with push black. I actually use that to press advantage half the time. Like, I think pushback, you guys don't tell the story about that. Like, so you're -7 with pushback, and you have a fast backwalk speed and back one and lift to cover and like
Your back one will be able to hit me after a regular minigun. Maybe the second.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
Nothing else. It's just holding back. What else am I going to do? Dash up? No. Jump? No. Walk? No. So you get to keep someone out, like no consequence? Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but it's overhyped.
I don't know about that.
Like, especially in the Bane matchup, like, is that all I'm
Right,
supposed to
Bane-
do?
No, I don't understand that logic.
With minigun and just try to zone him out?
Yeah, to be
Because
honest,
I don't want to
that-
be anywhere near him.
Yeah, that might be a bill.
I'm just going down the list of characters that give him trouble.
Technically, even if something's -5, it doesn't matter.
Right. We just talked about that with Sinestro's back one too.
Yeah, like, it's literally one frame away from being punishable. And to do anything else besides down one after that move is risking getting vortexed.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, I can check you with forward one. It's not much of a check when I can't. All right, I've conditioned you to just stand there. Now what am I supposed to do?
As Catwoman?
Yeah, like, I mean, she's just an example. Like,
I
I'm
don't
not
know,
in
Beat Her
range.
Burns Act 3?
What?
It's pretty good.
I don't know about that. You're in the position to hold back, and I don't have many options that aren't safe. Or that are safe, I mean. Like, you're holding back. You still have the defensive advantage.
Right.
So why is it being -7 this talking point? Like, holy shit.
That's not the only talking point. Like, it's, okay, maybe it's like a zoning tool. It's not as strong because of the startup and be able to jump over and stuff. Like, full screen, using it as chip, you gotta activate trade and then meter burn it. That's pretty good. Just using chip. Like, in that situation, I think it's super strong. When you put trade on and you meter burn it, the pushback is insane, and like, it's a really good tool for draining out people's traits like Doomsday or Martian Manhunter, stuff like that.
Okay. What's another example of his mobility getting him fucked over?
I mean, I've never played against Azad.
Okay.
So those are just people who play online, who have experience in that. Sinestro, that's pretty obvious.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Well, more not that his backdash is bad, just that he outfootsies you. He's one of the few characters that does.
I guess a lot of people talk about Cyborg being really bad for Green Lantern.
That's interesting to me. Why do you think that is?
Me personally, I've really never played against a Cyborg. The only Cyborg I've played against was Kerbo at VXG, and he can only do instant air fireballs on the right side. And then Winston, who I went to GGA a couple times when the game first came out. I could see it being annoying, and but just the damage difference, I think and like his lack of wake ups. Does he have an invincible wake up?
He does.
Uppercut.
Power fist, but it's punishable.
Well, it's not as good as Sinestro's where it hits him from behind. So my Vortex is probably pretty viable in that matchup. I don't see it being like 3-7 or anything. As far as I'm concerned, it's 5-5 or maybe at worst 4-6.
I think 6-4. I've never played it offline though.
Tommy, tell us about your foot fetish.
Yeah, Han wants to know about that, but
Yeah.
You have a foot fetish?
No,
Yeah.
that's not
Yeah.
true.
Yes, Tommy, tell the truth.
It's not. When we first started practicing at GGA, in order to distract me at literally every single tournament when I was on stream, our sponsor Doc's old girlfriend would take out. She made this giant stick with a bunch of plastic giant feet on it and wave it in front of my face while I was playing. And then
you didn't have a foot fetish. Why would you?
I don't know.
just
Maybe-
weirdly did that.
Maybe
Yeah.
no, it's probably something that I said, and then they just started
Yeah,
elaborating
you
on
told
top
everyone
of it.
you have a foot fetish.
I'm not going around.
I told you had to tell the truth if you came on this show.
I am telling the truth. And they just made it up. They elaborated on maybe one small thing I might have said. I don't remember. It was a super long time ago. This is in 2011, and I actually saw the photo of you guys playing in the green screen room, and someone waving that thing around.
Yes,
That was
last sword just felt the wrath of the foot.
The foot.
Frosty Faust.
Why do
Also-
people have like a foot fetish? I don't get that. What
Yeah, I
can you
don't
do
know.
to a foot?
Rub it. Lick it.
Lick
Foot
it.
jobs, man. You haven't seen that?
I mean, that seems like it'd be worse than a hand.
I mean, I
Some
think they
guys like it, man.
No, they like the toenails and shit. Yeah.
I don't get it.
They
Feet
stick
are
it between their
ugly.
toes and shit.
Feet are ugly.
I don't get it either. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that weird.
Like,
How is it not weird?
There's a lot. I mean, in the modern age, we know things is a lot more weird than feet. That's tame. That's whatever.
Pretty weird.
I don't get it at all.
Feet are weird.
Mhm.
They are weird.
Well, Tommy, how do you feel that we're bashing your fetish?
It's not a fetish of mine, so I'm indifferent.
You're really like adamant about this.
What about what about did anyone see that, please? That's another classic moment.
The what?
These are all. It's just. It's a bunch of kind of just inside jokes. It's like so much goes on at GGA that's not caught on tape or whatever. And I was playing Han in some casuals, and he's got this it's another situation where if Pete knows how you play, or if you're playing him in casuals, he is just a fucking god. And he's got this shit with Cyrex that no one knows about. If he shoots a net from full screen and I try to shake it and he does anti-air jump at the same time, his net won't get, my shake won't, take in it won't work. My shake won't work. And he just keeps walking on through. So I'm like, that's super fucked up because he could just zone me. Like he'll throw out a couple bombs, throw out a net, I'll shake, and if he throws a far bomb, I'll get hit because my shake's not working and I'm just standing there. So that happens a lot. And I don't even think he needs to be full screen. He just needs to time the anti-air jump with.
Yeah, I think it's just based on time.
And so basically, I can't counter zone Cyrex. So that's pretty cool. There's actually this really funny on the first tournament we went to. He's a pretty big snorer, and
yes,
this is at Season Speedings.
I would have to compare it to like a Godzilla roar or something.
And unfortunately, people won't really understand how bad it is until they actually experience it.
Actually, if anyone's played Doom, it sounds like a demon. You know when the demons are in the background but you haven't reached them yet, and they go. That's what it sounds like.
The worst part about his snore is that there's not a pattern. It's totally random.
Yeah, because like he'll stop and then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, like you start focusing on it. You're just
Yeah,
like, oh shit, did he die or is he
And you're
breathing?
like, oh, it's done. I'm gonna go to sleep quickly, and then I'll be asleep while he's doing it. But then you're like, all right, I'm gonna drift off to sleep, and then
Yeah, it's like
it's bad.
yeah, it's gone
That'd
for
be
a second.
annoying.
But it's just building up. It's like an earthquake. It's just tension over time. And then it's like, oh, it's gone. Just on. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ.
I can't stand that.
So, anyway, we were at this tournament. It was our first tournament, Season Speedings, in 2011. And it was me, Dizzy, I think either Phil was in a room with us or in a room with his brother, and I think Mo was there, and
Sunk
Pete
was there.
but he wasn't on the team, and he wasn't with us yet. That's where we actually first met Sunk, or something
Really?
like that. And so it was at night, and everyone was sleeping, and Pete's snoring just got too out of hand that I eventually went to the bathroom and slept in the bathtub. So I just couldn't take it.
Was
And
it
then-
comfortable?
No, it was horrible. And Pete woke up to use the bathroom, and he was freaked out that I was sitting there lying in
Did
the
he
bathtub.
use the bathroom while you were in the bathtub?
I that's the story. I don't remember because I was like sleeping and shit, but I guess he took a piss or a shit or something, and I was sleeping in the bathtub.
What if you had woke up in the bathtub and Pete was on the toilet taking a dump?
That would be really scary.
If I want to know, you're at a tournament. That's a Slips in K7. You're in a tournament, and a dude is in the bathtub. What do you do sleeping? Do you just go ahead and go? Or do you wake him up, or what?
I would probably go to a different bathroom.
What bathroom? It's the middle of the night.
I'm sure they got like public restrooms or something.
Okay.
If it's a piss, like I guess it's okay.
A
Just
piss
turn your
might be
back.
worse because it would like splash off. Like,
No, shit's definitely
What?
taking a dump. is
How hard are
definitely
you
bad.
pissing?
Wait, yes, splash off into the bathtub.
Are you like
Yeah.
pissing on the wall?
Yeah, what
On the
kind of
toilet
pisses
seat?
are you taking?
Yeah,
dude,
what the hell
sometimes
is going on?
splashback happens. I mean,
into the bathtub.
it can happen.
No, it can't. Something's definitely wrong with you.
Yeah, dude, that's fucked up.
Yeah, that's messed
We're
up.
editing this out.
What is that? The tournament where Han beat you with Stryker?
No, that was a cabinet tournament. That was like a
Oh,
random
okay.
Saturday
Oh.
at GGA.
I think I would do a glass sword.
Sit down.
Sit
Down
down
to
to
pee?
pee.
Yeah, because it's super silent. You make sure that the urine, like, hits the initial wall, like the front
Nice.
wall.
I guess you could like pull the shower curtain over. It wouldn't be that bad.
Wouldn't they
So that
still
way, like, the splash won't, like, wake them up or anything.
Well, that
You won't
and
even
it
know.
would like privacy. See?
Yeah.
Would you flush?
Well, yeah.
No, I'd let it
Well,
sit.
otherwise that dude is sitting in a bathtub full of
That
smell
would
of
suck.
piss.
He's like head level.
Yeah,
Dude, it
that would
doesn't smell. What do you mean? It's in the fucking
It
water.
smells. It smells.
Dude,
Are you
it doesn't
stupid?
smell.
Yes, it does.
It smells.
Dude, it takes a lot to fucking get that shit to start
No,
smelling.
it does not. No.
It smells.
Piss. Yeah, piss stinks.
Yes.
You're stupid.
It's-
I mean, only if you pee like a fucking gallon of that shit.
Yeah, it doesn't smell that bad.
You guys.
It's bodily waste.
Yeah, it's bacteria and shit.
It smells if you put your fucking nose right fucking under it. Not like when you're like a good 5 feet away. You
Why
can't
would you
smell
not
piss.
flush it?
Yeah, why would you not flush it?
'Cause I don't want to wake him up. I'm being courteous.
You got, Tommy, do you remember when Phil shit in the sink?
I don't think I was there for that, but
Oh my.
That was
That's nasty, dude. That's
everyone talks about
Jeremiah
it.
had to clean it up.
Yeah, Jeremiah had to clean it up.
Are you
That was
serious?
fucking, that was
That's
really
super
messed
gross.
up.
That's fucking nasty, dude.
Yeah, that was
I think less of him now.
I mean, I wasn't there, but we
I'm
do know
offended.
that.
Like, that's nasty,
But we do.
They were
know,
like little marbles too.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
Marbles.
Yeah, it was gross.
yeah.
Shit.
Phil is nasty. What's up with your friend, Tommy?
Yeah.
I wasn't there, man. I don't know.
Did he do that?
Did
Maybe he
something
just
happen
really had
in
to go.
kindergarten? Did he's like
Yeah.
That's his fetish, is shitting in sinks.
he's like 2 guys, 1 cup.
That was gross, man.
I'm
Did you see that video?
yeah.
I think everyone
I
has,
puked.
yeah. No, you didn't.
I did. I puked a little bit.
No, you didn't. You're
It
full
was
of
pretty
shit.
nasty, dude. I don't want to see people eating shit.
Oh my god, that shit was hilarious. Those girls were kind of hot too.
They weren't.
That's what made it so
They're Asian.
weird.
You were Asian. I heard that shit was like
They
ice
were
cream and
Asian.
stuff.
No,
Wait,
they
it's not
weren't.
real?
Actually,
No, they were European.
When I saw they were Asian.
No. Google it. Go ahead and watch it again.
No.
I think it's down. Not that I
Are
tried
you
looking it up
serious?
recently, but I think it's
2
down.
girls, 1 cup, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of those.
The original, they were European. They were like German or some shit.
Yeah.
Germans are
I
weird.
agree.
What's up with your
Germans are
people,
weird.
16-bit?
I don't know. We're weird.
That's...
Do you do that?
Oh.
Do
I
you
don't know.
do that? Do you eat shit?
Well, he is full of shit a lot of the time.
Could you
So maybe.
I got a question. Could you eat
Alright.
a bowl of shit for weeks?
What's
$5 grand.
What's the $5,000? Yeah.
$5,000 cash
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. I think
Tax
so.
free. You gotta eat it all.
Oh, that's so
So-
gross.
Yeah.
No way. For $5
I
grand?
think so.
Bowl?
Yeah, I think
How
so.
big is this bowl?
Yeah, just describe the bowl.
A
Is
cereal
it a
bowl.
cereal bowl?
It's a cereal bowl.
Can you have other stuff with it?
Yes, that's acceptable.
That makes it a lot more
Yeah,
edible.
that's fine.
$5,000.
I think 5,000 is a lot of money. I think you got.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you got to.
Dude,
Yeah. That's a lot
Yeah,
of weed, man.
I
You
would
can buy a lot
try.
of weed.
and it's not your shit. It's some other dude's shit.
Is it better? Yeah, what's better?
I think your shit would be better.
Yours is better.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it'd be re-shit too. Like you eat your shit,
You
and then
shit out the
pump
shit.
it out. Yeah,
It's nasty.
$5,000, man. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
I
You
try.
gotta
Especially-
try.
I don't
yeah.
think
You gotta
I get through it.
You gotta try. You might not be able. It might literally, like, you might just be gagging and
I
shit.
don't
But I
think
think you
you
gotta try.
That's
What if you just dunk it in hella barbecue sauce, though?
dunk it?
Yeah.
I think barbecue sauce is the best sauce for shit.
That's just what I thought of. I mean,
It does like mask the taste of everything.
yeah, it'll mask the taste.
That might be a good strategy.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You know, get a fork, mash it up, put it in barbecue.
The smell, dude.
Yeah, you have to hold your nose.
Yeah.
This is gross.
Change the subject. Huh? Waffles. I have a question.
Are we recording?
Obviously.
Yeah, you just ruined it.
Oh, okay.
Hello, is this Waffles?
All right, go ahead.
I like that. I love this. I keep staring at his avatar, Snoop Dogg. Like I'm talking to Snoop Dogg.
Hey, man. Snoop Lion.
He dropped.
Yeah, he's not Snoop Lion anymore?
Nah, he's Snoop Lion. Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Back the dog. I'm pretty sure.
That's cool. Dog's cooler anyway.
I do like Snoop Dogg.
He's got one good song.
Someone.
Pimps in the Crib. Oh, and that one song with Wiz.
What?
Have you never heard the Chronic album?
Yeah, the Chronic, son.
Dude.
Gin
It's
and
like
juice.
this and like that and like this and it's like this and like that and like this and
Laid back.
Is Pimps in the Crib on that album?
No, it's way before that.
Have you never heard Chronic?
No.
Oh, Tommy.
Listen
That's
to that
the
album now.
godfather of gangsta rap. Like that's
I don't really like that old rap style.
what about
like
80s rap?
80s, yeah, 80s, 90s. I don't really like it. I like the new stuff.
What? The club shit?
It's not really. I mean, it's not really club shit.
That's when
Club.
rap was like gangsta, like people getting shot.
Yeah. I like 80s rap too. It had a lot more rhythm.
I don't like
like
it.
Ice
80s
Cube, Will Smith.
Will Smith.
I like
Smith.
the corny rap was good
He
too.
was a rapper, man.
Like Run DMC and shit like that shit was good, man.
Remember the Fat Boys?
Oh my god,
They were
yeah.
awesome. They had like movies.
Remember Humpty Dumpty or
Humpty Dumpty, yeah.
That dude was awesome. You know the thing I said last week about like Tom Brady's nose tickling the ass and shit? That's from the Humpty Dance song.
Shit. Do the Humpty Hump.
Yeah.
He wore those glasses with the nose.
He was awesome.
Wow, I haven't thought of him in like years.
Dude, that song is awesome, dude.
It
Every
is
time
awesome.
it's a great song. Beautiful song. He's like talking about like tickling fat girls and shit. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. That's a great song. Alright. Ready?
Ready.
Alright, so Waffles. How did you get into fighting games? Like, did you play the original Mortal Kombats? Because we're a lot older than you. So.
Well, MK was my first fighting game I like
MK9?
trained for. Yeah, MK9.
Okay.
And like before that, when I first started going to GGA, I went there for a lot of the arcade games. Me, Phil Pops, and his bro, we would go there and we would play Street Fighter a lot. And for Christmas I got a fight stick. This was in 2010, and it's the same fight stick that I use at every tournament now. So it's lasted me like 3+ years. It's pretty good. So I started playing Street Fighter. I played online. I was super horrible. And then I played a little bit of Marvel when it came out. And then a month after Marvel came out, that's when MK9 came out. So I just went super hard. And that's how I got introduced to fighting games. I played a little Armageddon, but it was super casual. Like I said, I played Sector, and he used like the weapons, like the lightsabers and stuff. It was fun.
I liked Armageddon.
Dude, the character,
I played all
the
those
huge
3D
character
games.
roster.
Yeah.
The creative
Sick.
character.
Dude, I made this guy. His name was Apostle 13, and he was sick.
Apostle 13.
Yeah, you know how there's like 12 apostles? He's the 13th apostle, and he fucking kicks ass.
Wow. Wow.
So you never played like the 2D MKs?
Nah, I didn't really like those.
Wow.
And I guess when they came out, I was super young, and like I played a little Super Nintendo. The games I played were like Yoshi's Island and Super Mario World 3 and Mario Kart. Those were like the 3 games that I really grew up on.
Like, what was your first console?
That That was mine. There was N64.
Wow.
And actually, I hate that system now. Like, there were some cool games, but like everyone's all like, "Oh my god, Super Smash Bros. For N64 is like a classic and it's awesome." I think the mobility is horrible in that game. The controller is horrible. I hate it. Brawl is so much more fun. Brawl and Melee are so much better.
Brawl sucks.
I also like playing
dude.
with items. I'm sorry, I like to have fun and play with items.
No, man, fuck the items, dude. That's stupid.
Fucking supers and Brawl, they're so sick.
Okay, I mean, if you want to play fucking a party game, that's fine. But if you want to play a fucking fighting game, you turn that shit off and you man up. You fucking take off the gloves and you're like, let's go, motherfucker.
Dude, like, the thing about the original Super Smash Bros. Is that, like, in order to sprint in any of the other ones, you like, push the joystick to the left or to the right really hard, but in that game, it's so hard to run and
What are you
jump.
talking about? It's the same thing.
Nah, I feel like the joystick is a lot more stiff than for the N64.
The game itself, it moves at a slower rate. Like, the game itself is slower. But I kind of like that, though, because you can actually feel out the spacing. I like in Melee, it was so fast, it was like, you had to feel out the spacing, but at the same time, you just throw out moves. Like,
Yeah.
it was too fast for me. Like, it's definitely the best Smash Brothers. It was just, there was a lot to learn. And I was better at 64 because it was a little bit slower and I could see what the hell was going on. But I love 64. That game was great. The Z canceling and shit. Oh.
Isn't there's Z canceling in Melee, isn't there?
That's true. It was broken in 64. The Z canceling in 64, they recovered instantly.
Really?
Whereas Melee, it reduced the recovery by half.
That's insane.
Yeah. Samus was, God, I love Samus in 64. They say she's
pretty
the
good.
worst, but there's no way.
Yeah, no, I think she's the worst. She's horrible. She's
Dude,
she's so
I
slow.
will body you, and there's
In 64, I'm not good, but in Melee, I play Fox, so I play super top tier.
Dude, that's super lame.
I picked him without even knowing he was top tier. He's just cool as hell.
Why would you have known about Star Fox? Did you play Star Fox 64?
No, his up smash is really good, and I don't know. That's why I liked him, because of his up smash. Like, I like Samus because her B charge up, but her up smash sucks dick. It's the fucking flamethrower thing. It's so bad.
Yeah, it's bad. She's got to rely on, like, just jumping up and shit.
That game's really
She got missiles, dude. She has items at all times.
true.
She's badass.
I
She's
thought you
pretty
don't
good
play
in this
chick
game.
characters.
Dude, Samus, dude.
No, you said it's wrong to play girl characters.
You have said that.
Yeah, you've said that.
She's got a fucking space suit that shoots lasers. Like, that makes up for it.
What does that mean? I mean, a chick is a chick.
I mean, if it's a fist fight, I'm not going to play with a chick. But if it's no holds bar and technology is okay to use, then yeah. And then she's got a space suit that shoots fucking lasers and missiles. Yeah, it's okay to pick her.
Well, my MK character has weapons and is a trained assassin, and you're like, that's stupid.
Okay, fucking fans.
They're bladed
Still,
fans.
like, and she still has, like,
Cut your head off, man.
and she still can't, she's still, like, super small and, like, she's not, like, ripped.
Fucking
She's not
Bill
badass.
She's not, like, fucking She-Hulk or some shit. She's still, like, a frigidy fucking girl.
The
Rigid.
princess.
Yeah, she's like Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen dye their hair fucking brunette, and then they have fans. Dumb.
I don't know about that. Also, what do you mean, Mary Kate Olsen?
They're not
Yeah.
that hot anymore.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying, they're like.
That you would think of.
I'm just thought of the most frigid fucking female
What
I could
is
think of.
frigid? What do you
What
mean
does frigid mean?
No, just like it's frail. A woman's body is frail compared to a man's.
They're not frigid. They're not cold. I mean, old women are.
I thought frigid means they don't put out.
What?
the meaning
I
of it?
thought
Rude.
frigid meant they were like, fucking small and breakable.
No.
Fragile?
Fragile.
That's
you
fragile.
idiot. Yeah.
Frail.
What?
Frigid. What's that
What's
mean?
frigid mean?
I'm looking
Cold.
cold.
I think it's cold. Yeah.
Very cold in temperature.
Yeah, they're like frozen. Like you can knock them over and they'll break.
What?
Nice recovery.
Yeah.
It's also a sexual disorder for females.
It
See?
sounds like you're just super. Let's not stand on ceremony here. You're really sexist. You don't want to play as a chick, but you don't see Samus as a chick because she's wearing a spacesuit, and you project her as a man underneath the suit. That's the truth.
But a lot of people didn't know she was a female until.
Yeah, I didn't know she was a chick.
Yeah,
Did they reveal that in Super Metroid?
They revealed that
Oh.
in Metroid 1. That's
they revealed
Metroid-
it at the end of the first game.
Yeah, she takes off the suit and it's a chick.
But still,
Never played
most
that
people didn't know that.
No, but that's why, because she has.
I'm a realist, dude.
No, the truth is, if you take away we know she's a woman. Other than that, she has no female qualities. Whereas Katana, Catwoman, all these other characters are very feminine. That's why you think it's fun.
That would
true.
stand no chance in a fight.
No, just admit the truth. If Sam, would you play?
I'm just like being
would you play
realistic.
Would you play Zero Suit Samus?
No,
Exactly. You're full of shit.
actually,
just
I
that-
would.
No, you wouldn't. You
Actually-
already. No, you can't go back on that.
I did for a little bit,
Bullshit. You're insanely sexist.
but I would want the suit Samus because it makes more sense.
Well, we're talking about what makes sense in Smash Brothers. A fat plumber can body people.
He's Mario. He's like superpowers.
None of this makes sense. Anyway, I would main Peach, and I would body you, and you could fucking hold that.
She's really
Get the
good.
Peach.
Dude, Peach would be awesome.
Peach was really good in Melee.
I would main the shit out of Peach.
I don't know if she's good in Brawl.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Brawl sucks.
Wii Fit Trainer, Wii U, that's who I would play. That'd be
Oh
tight.
my, get the fuck out of here. They're gonna ruin that game too. Shame.
So will you actually play, if the arcade gets a Wii U Smash, will you play it?
If it's not crap,
Like you'd actually, I know PB.
if you don't, if someone whiffs something and I go over to dash over and try and hit them to whiff punish, and I fall flat on my face, no, I'm not gonna play it. When every character has like a design to get back onto the stage. It's just dumb.
I don't know, I never got
What game have you guys beaten the most in your lives?
it.
Like played over and over.
Yeah.
Mass Effect 1. I played the shit out of that game.
Like non-fighting game?
Yeah. Fighting games don't count. They take like fucking 15 minutes to beat.
Yeah, I'd say maybe Final Fantasy VII. Super Metroid's up there for sure. Mega Man X is way up there. Of long, epic games, probably Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII, Metal Gear Solid 1, Resident Evil. Oh, Resident Evil 1 I've probably beat 30 times.
Really?
Resident Evil 2
I didn't
is up
like
there.
the
Yeah.
first one.
Oh, I love Resident Evil 1. I love the active story and stuff.
Best Resident Evil was Code Veronica. I love that.
Absolutely not. That's when it started to get bad.
I love that game.
You're dumb. That's one of the
I'm
weak.
smart.
No, you're not.
I'd say
City a lot.
Super Metroid was a big one for me.
Yeah.
Secret of Mana I beat the shit out of a lot.
That was good.
Those two come to mind.
What's your favorite part of Super Metroid?
I think the part that comes to mind is when you're fighting that boss and like you can't hurt it like for a long time. I was like, God, I can't. This fucker won't die, but like you're backing him up. It's like, man, I've used all your missiles, all your nitro missiles, all you got's your fucking charge beam. And then like he backs up and then he falls into the fucking lava and you're like, oh
Yeah.
damn, that was tight. You're like, man, it took forever to kill that motherfucker. Fuck that dude. And then you start running over to the other way because you can't go any further to the right, so you start going to the left. And then like he fucking pops back up as a skeleton, and I was like,
Yes.
what the fuck? I was like, get the fuck out of here. But he ends up dying anyway. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, that was tight.
Yeah, that game's so cinematic in a minimalist way. It's absolutely brilliant. Like that's great. You've killed the boss. You've effectively, the gameplay section's over, yet they have that little last scare. Just
Yeah.
to fuck with you. Awesome. To me, it's the first 30 minutes, first 15 minutes or so of that game are
Oh yeah, that was good.
the best. It's like survival horror. Like, it's genuinely creepy.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. It's actually atmospheric, and it gets to you on Super Nintendo. That's saying something. When you can give someone a creepy feeling with those graphics, that's some pretty brilliant design.
Yep. It was dark, man. When like
Yeah.
the last Metroid is in captivity, the galaxy is at peace, and it's like music comes on, and like Samus is giving her story, and that music's all tense and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit is tight.
Even the beginning, when you just turn it on,
Yeah.
it's got the dun, 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 do, 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 and you see like the dead bodies and shit. And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's all fucked up, and it's the title Metroid 3, Super Metroid, and it's just like to the music, and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, that music was tight.
When you land
Yeah.
on the planet and it's raining and there's no score, and all you hear is the rain and thunder.
Yep.
There's no score until the first enemy appears. That's
Yep.
some brilliant, brilliant stuff. Props.
I think it's maybe the best ending to a game of all time.
The climax is awesome. The final battle and stuff, yeah.
I mean, there was that. I thought Ridley's Lair was amazing because the game wasn't really super hard
Yeah.
until it was just like most of the time it was like, where the fuck do I go now? And a lot of it was just exploring, and you die like just getting cocky and shit. And then like you finally get to Ridley's Lair, and that fucking music comes on, and it's like super business oriented, and then like you fight like the first mini boss is like one of those Chozo birds. The first thing that you normally do is turn on your nitro missiles and just blow them up. But he like catches your nitro missiles and throws them back at you, and they do a shit ton. I was like, what the fuck is this? All the enemies are super hard in Ridley's Lair, like those ninja space pirates that can't be hurt.
Yeah, the
only
gold
like
ones.
only while they're doing their jump kick. It's like, oh my
Yeah.
god. That was so tight. And then the ending was incredible. It was an interactive ending.
Yeah, it's that all of that would be in a cutscene in modern day.
Yeah.
It's also brilliant that like the final area has almost no enemy. Like Ridley's Lair is essentially the real final challenge. The actual final Mother Brain's Lair is like super easy on purpose because it's creepy. You're running through and you see the enemies that have been turned to sand. That's awesome.
Yeah, the Metroids, they're kind of hard. Like, they're annoying. Like, they kind of hurt. But you're probably not going to die from them.
Yeah.
And then, the big one starts fucking you up and shit, and you have one life. You're like, oh, man. And then you fight the Mother Brain. And, like, you're doing pretty good against the Mother Brain. Like, this bitch ain't that hard. And then she does, like, that charge beam. And you're like, oh, that's a problem. And you keep hitting her, and then she does it again, and you keep hitting her, and then she does it again, and you fall down to one knee, and your character can't move. You're like, what the fuck is this? And then she's about to charge up and finish you off, and then the big Metroid fucks her up, and then the big Metroid starts giving you all your life back, but then Mother Brain comes back to life and starts fucking up the Metroid. You're like, oh my god, just get off me and fuck her up again. I'm fine, Jesus Christ. And then your fucking Metroid dies. And then you're like, fuck, I couldn't beat the fucking Mother Brain before. And then you got the fucking Hyper Beam. Oh shit, son.
Mother
Shit was
Brain's her head and her head is like leaning hella back every blast. That's tight.
Yeah. That was awesome. And then, like,
Yeah.
you had to escape from the place, and then like the hyper beam is so broken, it's just destroying all the barriers. Those ninja space pirates that were blocking all possible shots just get blown away.
Yeah.
Dude, it was man. It just does not get any better.
That's one of the first games that really nails the brilliant part about that design of game, the Metroidvania, which I hate the name for that, but that's what people use, is the feeling of power you get when you have this, like they introduce, this is a hard enemy in an area you can't get past. And then you get a tool, and all of a sudden what used to be hard is now easy. It's interesting game design, because usually in game design you never want things to be too easy. You want things to be challenging. And the fact that you got that hyper beam and you are a god among ants after struggling is awesome. That's what's great about any of those Metroidvania games. You want to have those moments where stuff that used to be hard, you just stomp through them. It's exhilarating. It's like that's your payoff. That's the release. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's also one of the games that, without telling you, without any dialogue or like a bubble popping up on the screen to tell you how to do something, it just shows you. It doesn't hold your hand like modern games does. Like when you fall into that pit or whatever, and there's those three like alien monkeys or whatever the hell.
Show you how to do the wall jump. Yeah.
They just start There's literally no way out of that room except to mimic what they're doing, which is the wall jump. And then that's it. Like, same thing with that ostrich. Like, there's no way out of there until you figure out how to cancel your shadow run into a charge and then, jump up. Like, no dialogue, no listen, or fucking that fairy or whatever in Zelda, or Jesus Christ, that shit was annoying.
Hey, listen.
Hey, look. Oh.
Hey,
just let me play the goddamn game. I'll figure it out. Christ.
Listen.
That fucking owl, you talk to him and he speaks for like 10 fucking pages, and then you're mashing so much you accidentally talk to him again. Oh my god.
Yeah, and Zelda. That's
Jesus
bad.
Christ. But yeah, like Metroid was just like, this is how you do it. And you either are gonna reset the game and you're gonna fail and you'll never beat this game because you don't learn how to wall jump, you won't beat the game. Like, it's brilliant. I miss games that cater to your intelligence and not hold your hand. It's awesome.
All hail Super Metroid. It's good.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
I was just gonna say.
You guys never
No
played Super
Metroid?
Metroid?
No, I've never played
Blow up.
Metroid.
That's a
Are
blow
you?
up.
Dude,
What the hell's wrong with you?
Is that for like the SNES or something?
Yeah.
I actually never played that because I was a Genesis head.
I never
Are
played
you
that system.
serious?
I swear to God, I've never played that game. I played the original Metroid, but not that one.
Oh my god.
Dude, I was anti-SNES.
How
You know,
could
that's-
you be?
It was
Both
hard.
systems were great.
Yeah, I mean, I was just into Sega.
I mean, Genesis has its absolute classics, but I don't understand back in the day how you could be a console loyalist. I guess a lot of people just couldn't afford it. I mean, as a kid,
Well,
so
my
what are you gonna
brother had the SNES, so I'd play.
do? You didn't just play his?
I did, but it wasn't mine. You know what I mean?
I guess. I don't know. I feel sorry for you for missing out on some of the classics.
I feel bad that I spoiled the fucking ending.
I'm never gonna play it.
Yeah,
so.
they're not going to play a 20-year-old game.
It was amazing.
Although they
I'll
should.
take your word.
What do you guys think was... There was a thread on TYN. What were your top 5 games to commemorate the outgoing console?
Yeah.
Like 360 and the,
Yeah,
and the
like-
PS...
A generation has ended. 8 years
Yeah.
of the same console.
Top 5 games for the PS3 and 360.
I think this generation was really fucking good.
I
I
think it
agree.
was super strong.
Like,
yeah.
maybe the best ever.
I don't know about that, but it was good.
Fuck, 5 games?
I can name mine.
All right, name them.
Being a fighting junkie, Ninja Gaiden 2 is probably number 1. Then
Yeah,
Ninja
let's not
Gaiden.
include fighting games.
It's not a fucking fighting game.
No, I'm just saying we don't need to say MK and Injustice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's lame. That's
Okay.
I mean, I don't even view fighting games as like the fun. Like
Agreed. I've actually thought that, and you're the only person that's ever thought the same thing. I agree. It's a separate hobby for me.
yeah, it's
I
not.
play video games, and then I play Mortal Kombat and Injustice.
Yeah, fighting games is like a whole different thing for me.
Yeah, same here.
It's not a video game to me. But
We're dorks.
yeah. But
anyway, you're
yeah.
5.
So Ninja Gaiden 2, Ninja Gaiden 1.
Ninja Gaiden 1 is last gen.
Oh fuck, you're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Why
it was
Ninja
last
Gaiden 2?
year.
Why Ninja Gaiden 2? What
I
makes it so-
mean, it was pretty much Ninja Gaiden 1's fighting system, but even more enhanced. That had more weapons. It was just Ninja Gaiden 1, but just more. It was way more bloodier. Like, the obliteration techniques were fucking awesome. Like, the different ways. That's why I was pissed off about God of War 3. Because, like, in Ninja Gaiden 2, if you would if someone's, like, limping or they're fucked up, and you did your fucking shit, you'd either chop off their fucking head, or you'd stab them in the chest, and then lift them off the ground, and then like Kung Lao style, slice them in half long ways, or you'd stab them in the face, and then fling their fucking head off the screen, and there were just so many fucking badass ways to kill people in that game. And then God of War 3, I was like, alright, here's a Minotaur, let's see what new shit they do. And it's like, oh, he's still just gonna open his mouth and stab him in the mouth. Like, wow, I've seen that for the past 2 fucking games. It's a new fucking console with a new generation, and you're still doing, like, it pissed me off. But it was just, I mean, it was essentially the closest thing to an action fighting game that you could get. Like, enemies were super hard, like, you couldn't just resort to just 1 or 2 moves, like, they were all super, like, they would gang up on you. They did not give a fuck. I love that game. Every weapon was different. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm getting antsy just thinking about it. But yeah, Ninja Gaiden 2. Then I would say Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. That was a big one for me. I stopped playing fighting games for about a year because of that game. Gears of War was awesome. I played the shit out of that. I couldn't stop playing that. Yeah, the very first one was good. Dead
Campaign
Space.
or multiplayer?
No, just the campaign.
Oh.
And Dead Space, absolutely
That was a good game.
incredible experience. That game was, I'm like, people were like, oh, Resident Evil scary. It wasn't that scary. It was just a fucking pain in the ass, if you ask me. But Dead Space, like, scared me. Silent Hill was scary too, but I just never played them, so. But that was the first game that scared me. I was like, damn, this shit is fucking crazy. Damn, I need one more. Ninja Gaiden 1 screwed it up for me. I don't know. I can't think of my fourth.
Alright, we'll come back to you.
Well, I'll say Ninja Gaiden 2. I can't do a top 5. There's too many, so I'm just going to do shoutouts. Ninja Gaiden 2, I agree with. That's a game I've beaten many, many times. I beat Sigma 2 many, many times. I absolutely love that game.
Did you guys like Ninja Gaiden 2 better than the first one?
Yes, and I like the first one.
I don't know
Yeah,
about
think
I love the first one.
I
It's
love the
amazing.
first one.
I love the first one.
I like the first
So
one.
do I.
Ninja Gaiden 2 was so much cheaper.
It's harder.
The bosses, there was a couple bosses in Ninja Gaiden 1 that were just unbelievably hard. Like, Alma is considered, like, one of the hardest bosses of all time. I'm almost positive of that. Like, oh my god. It was just fucking ridiculous. But yeah, Ninja Gaiden 2 was just Ninja Gaiden 1 personified.
I haven't played it since it got patched. Supposedly got patched out. The stairway where it was intentionally slowed down is one of the best action set pieces I've ever seen.
That was
fucking
awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's
I
just
know.
a big long staircase and with like literally 100 ninjas
Yeah,
that you gotta
literally
kill.
100.
Literally 100.
And it's slowing down massively. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's awesome. There was
Yeah.
so many great stages. The raining blood stage, where his fucking blood was just pouring from the sky and shit, and all the demons that you were fighting, like they were just drenched in blood, dude. It was so fucking tight. So many cool stages. When you go like hell and shit. Fighting like in New York and the Statue of Liberty. Oh god, I love that game. Just the Japan style ninja village. Oh, unbelievable. Oh, god damn, I love Ninja Gaiden.
No one knows where a ninja goes.
Yep.
That's true.
Gears of War 1 is up there. I'm not really a multiplayer shooter guy. The campaign was absolutely brilliant. Like, a little bit of everything in there. And I absolutely love third-person shooter, cover-based shooters. They're my favorite type of shooters.
Because you get to zone.
Yes, that's exactly it. Because they're a slow pace, and I can fucking turtle and zone. Like, hiding behind cover and, like, slowly doing, like, the pop and stop kind of gameplay is, like, my favorite kind of shooter gameplay. And they revolutionized it with that game. That campaign had action set pieces, survival horror, it had everything. There's like third chapter where you're in the factory and it starts out with the rain outside. That's just straight up Resident Evil. That out Resident Evil to Resident Evil as far as the horror went. Yeah, great. And also really underrated dialogue. Baird is fucking awesome. Cole was fucking awesome. Like,
Coltrane was the best. That was my multiplayer
the
character.
dialogue and the voice acting in that game is awesome. It's a
was
better,
good.
funnier. That people are like, Michael Bay movies are awesome. You just shut off your brain and enjoy the action and humor. Now, Transformers and all that, they're ass. Like, the Gears of War campaign is funnier and more exciting than any of the big action movies of the past 10 years. Like, the dialogue between, like, Baird, scene where Baird and Cole are in the fucking sewer and Baird's bitching about it is, like, way better than any of the humor.
Dude, Marcus's voice is awesome.
Yeah.
It's true, yeah. Yeah. That game's fucking tight. Also, other third-person shooter is Uncharted Part 1. I love Part 2, but everyone says 2 is the best. I actually think 1 is the best. I think the story is better, and more importantly, the gameplay is better. Like, it's... People hated that the enemies are bullet sponges and take a long time to die, and you fight wave after wave, but I love that gameplay so much. I liked that. Like, the big courtyards where you just fight wave after wave were... That's fun to me. I didn't get bored of it. I wanted more. Like, that game I've beat that game on crushing difficulty like 5 times. That's not to say Uncharted 2 is not an absolute masterpiece too. It's brilliant. And Uncharted 3 is okay, but the first half's really slow. But shoutouts to Uncharted. Shoutouts to the Western RPGs this generation. Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Dragon Age 1, Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. Those games were fucking tight. Do you guys play any of those?
Mass Effect is on my list, but
yeah, I love Western RPGs. The BioWare and Bethesda games. I never played any of those Elder Scrolls games, which I know I probably like them, but like I was super heavy to MK. I never got around to it, but like I absolutely Mass Effect 2 has got to be in the top 5. Tommy, did you play 2 or just 1?
I just played 1 and I beat 3 once, but I played 1 so many times.
That's a blow up. You didn't play 2.
Yeah, I know. I tried it, but they added a couple new systems that I just didn't really like. Like they had like some sort of like melee assassination to that or something.
Sort of. Like I mean, I don't even remember it. That's how.
I don't know. It was a while ago.
Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare 1 is probably, to me, the most important game of the generation. That game revolutionized multiplayer shooters on a console. Like, the persistence, like leveling up and all that was super, super smart. I'm terrible at shooters. Like, I'm a casual player. I just like to run around and shoot people and get killed in like a second. And yet that game made me feel like I was doing something valuable with my time. That's brilliant design. Like, the leveling up system, they were so smart. Basically every match you play, no matter how bad you do, you're probably going to go up one level, or at least almost go up a level. So you're always like, oh, well, if I just play one more, I'll go up in level. One more game. Smart stuff. They're so smart, they even make you feel like a badass when you level up. Like, it says, it doesn't just say you leveled up. It's got that riff. It's like, and you're like, dude, yeah, man, fuck yeah. Like, you feel tight. You know what I mean? Like, that's,
Yeah.
I love game design, and that's the kind of thing, whoever thought of that it doesn't go, level up. Like, it, like, who thought of that? That's fucking tight.
Yeah,
That's
that
fucking
is
tight.
tight.
Yeah, it's satisfying. You're like, fuck yeah, dude. You didn't level up, you leveled the fuck up. That's the difference. That's really just that
Yeah,
makes
true.
the difference. It does.
That's true.
You don't think about it. You think about it subconsciously, though. That matters. Brilliant stuff. And I love campaigns too. I actually just finished Ghost campaign on Veteran. And Call of Duty 1. Oh yeah, it was pretty good. It was better than Black Ops 2, but not as good as Black Ops 1. Modern Warfare 2 though, I actually think is the best.
Yeah.
I give props to Modern Warfare 1 for paving the way, but I thought Modern Warfare 2's campaign and multiplayer was the best. And I know there's going to be people listening here who are like, no, you don't understand. It was unbalanced. Or I was
Fuck
a casual
that.
player.
That game was, because everything was so broken. That game, it was balanced.
I don't know or care about the in-depth shit. I like the levels. Look, I'm shooting people and I'm in a plane. That's tight. Like that. Like, I played on a very low level, so.
Slips, did you ever use any of the glitches, like the care package glitch?
I didn't do that, no, but that was dumb.
That was insane.
That game was great because there were just so many different ways to play it. Like, you could run around with shotguns were a secondary weapon.
Dual models, bro.
Dude, you could run around with shotguns and blow people up. Submachine guns were good, mainly the UMP. The P90 was pretty good too because it gave you extra run speed. The sniper, like just quick sniping, the sniping was hella good because there was pretty good camping places in that game and good sniper spots, good sniper stages like Wasteland.
I think that Call of Duty had the best maps. There was not a single map on that game that I did not like.
Yeah, even the one that most people hate, like Derailed. Even I ended up liking that one. I hated it at first, but
that snowy one.
Yeah. I eventually ended up really liking that stage. It was the last stage where I caved, and I was like, damn, this stage is good too.
The only map that I wish they brought back, so they brought back Crash, Overgrown, and Vacant. My favorite map from fucking Call of Duty 4 was Bog. Do you remember that shit?
Modern Warfare 2 was the first one I played.
Oh, Steve, do you remember that?
It's grass, and there's tanks that have been crashed in the middle of it, right?
Yeah.
And there's like this like brick city on the left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it. That's one I wish they brought back.
Yeah, that was Han's favorite level.
But yeah, it's just, there was light machine guns were fucking ridiculous. The RPD and the
RPD and the Scar were my two weapons.
The Scar was the shit. The
Scar
fucking
was so sick.
The
and
M16.
ACR.
Yeah, the ACR was broke. The M16, when you put the holographic sight on it, there was literally no recoil. So it was broke as fuck. Oh, there were just so many good guns. And just doing one-man army and just doing noob tubing all over the place.
That shit
and
was so gay with the
there were just so many ways to play the game, man. Like, Modern Warfare 3 and, a lot of the other ones, it's like, these are the best guns. This is the only thing that you use. But it's like, it seemed like Modern Warfare 2, there were just I guess it was broke, but at least there were so many different guns and so many different ways to play the game that made it fun. It was awesome. Oh, you could run around with that fucking knife and you had that extra melee distance.
Commando.
Yeah, that was so
That was
fucking
so
tight.
good.
I
That was
hated
so
those
good.
fuckers who just ran around with lightweight. And
Dude, that was part of the care package glitch. What would happen is you would take it out, and since the game read that you had no weapon and you had marathon and lightweight and commando on, you were just the fastest thing ever. No one, like, it was so hard to aim at you. You were running around with commando and shit.
yeah, I hated those fuckers, man.
Yeah, that was me. That was tight.
Fuck you.
Also, shout-outs to Rockstar's open world games. I loved GTA 4. I absolutely thought Red Dead was amazing and probably had the best climax of any game I played this generation. And I think GTA 5 was probably my game of the year. That campaign,
Absolutely.
I haven't played it yet.
I fucking love GTA 5.
Michael and Trevor were awesome. They are the characters of the year. Trevor, yeah.
God, dude. I
really loved Michael too. Trevor wouldn't be as good. Trevor, a lot of people, like, it's easy to say Trevor's the character of the year because he's so entertaining, but Trevor wouldn't be as good without Michael and Franklin and the others supporting him. Like, Trevor's antics on his own stand out. Like, you need the straight man, so
It
I thought
was
Michael,
phenomenal. It's like a fucking
Yeah.
movie. It's like Goodfellas. I mean,
it has Rockstar's best mission design yet.
It's amazing.
I was thinking when I was playing GTA 5, part of the hang-up of open world games is the missions by nature can never be as good as kind of the stuff that Naughty Dog does or that you'd see in other just pure action games, because you can't have, when you have the whole open world, you can't have set pieces and stuff that are as good as what you get in Call of Duty, right? And I remember that mission where Trevor flies a plane into the back of another plane, then gets out and has a gunfight, and then parachutes out, and it's like,
and then you
pilot
pilot the jumbo jet.
Yeah, and then you pilot it, and then you have to you jump out of it, and it's like, this is better. This is a better action set piece than something in Uncharted 2. Like, it's at that level. Like, those heists and all that were as cinematic and as well designed as, quote, real action games. Like, they finally had the game, and the shooting was pretty decent. The shooting was always kind of shite. They finally refined it so that it was, like, pretty decent.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Like, you felt like you were in control, you know? And a lot of open world shooting games, the shooting's very blah, or has bad controls.
Everything just, like, blended together perfectly.
Yeah.
It was seamless. It wasn't like, okay, this level's gonna be this level's gonna be this. It's like, it's all there. And you feel completely satisfied at the end.
Yeah, I loved the climax. I thought the acting and everything was awesome. GTA 4 is really, 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 really good.
I never beat GTA 4. I couldn't get into it.
Red Dead might be better than GTA 5. It's tough.
I don't know about that.
Red Dead.
That's good.
John was a great character.
My problem with Red Dead was if you get like 5 stars, like, I know it's hard to get like 5 stars or even 4 stars in GTA, but the police that are trying to like hunt you down, the military, it gets hard. But Red Dead, it was so easy. Like, you can do whatever you want, you know?
Yes.
The free roam aspect wasn't as the do anything aspect wasn't as fun.
To me, that's not the appeal of those Rockstar games. It's just, I like their stories and mission design.
Didn't that have a zombie mode in it, in Red Dead?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
It was DLC. It was what's it called?
Living Nightmare?
Something like that.
Like a package you download.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
You can like get the 4 apocalyptic horses.
Yeah.
And like fucking ride them and shit. That's sick.
Speaking of zombies, this might be controversial, but I absolutely loved Resident Evil 5. I played the shit out of that game. People are like, oh, I love the old Resident Evils, but people are like, oh, it turned into an action game. Good. It turned into a good action game. I loved RE4, and I thought 5 was even better than 4. Like, the co-op, I thought was tight. Even with the AI, I thought it worked. I liked leveling up my weapons and stuff. I played the shit out of that. Shoutouts to the Batman Arkham trilogy. They were, other than Ninja Gaiden, probably my favorite character action games. And as a comic book fan, full of fan service, great voice acting, great interpretations of the characters, great fighting systems. Slips, have you played Arkham Asylum since I gave you that copy?
Not yet. I plan to soon though.
Okay.
I've only played Arkham City, but I loved it.
The others are just as good. I think the original is probably the best. It was the smallest, most defined, I would guess, which I thought was a good thing.
It's not like open world, right?
It's not open. It's more like Metroid. Like you're in kind of hubs,
Yeah.
which I thought was ultimately better. But the other two are great too. Shoutouts also with zombies. I like Dead Rising 1 and 2. Funny, interesting.
I didn't like them.
I'm actually going to buy 3 pretty soon.
I hate how you have a timer on every mission.
Apparently 3 has changed that.
Yeah, there's no timer.
Shoutouts to Dead Space 1. I agree with you. I thought 3 was mediocre, 2's pretty good, but 1 is the best.
Yeah.
1 has the best atmosphere. I absolutely...
Dude, when you go in that medical lab, and that dude just banging his head on the fucking wall,
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
remember.
what the fuck is going on?
Play that
Oh, there was-
alone in the dark. It's like, oh,
Yeah, that
Yeah.
game had great sound effects, great graphics.
great graphics.
Yeah.
It's like
Sound-
Event Horizon, the game.
Yeah,
It's
that
definitely
was one of the
heavily inspired by-
inspirations.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. What are some of the underrated games? I wanted to talk about that. For example, I was talking to Dizzy the other day, and he made fun of me. He was like, that sounds dumb. Have you guys ever played Wet?
I've heard.
Is that with that girl who's got those guns?
Elijah Dushku is the designed on her, yes. She has dual guns. It's like a Max Payne game. I loved it. I played the shit out of it.
Bayonetta was pretty good.
I hated that. I wanted to like that, but I could not get into it.
It was alright.
Heavenly Sword, I loved. I also loved Enslaved, their follow-up. I haven't played DMC yet, but Ninja Theory. Did you ever play Heavenly Sword?
Mm-mm.
That had one of the best stories. Like, the gameplay was pretty cool. Like, it was like Ninja Gaiden, but really not that deep. But like, the story was awesome. That was super underrated. What about Assassin's Creed? Did you guys get into that?
Yes, that's on my list.
Okay, I like Brotherhood a lot. The
That's
others
my
I thought-
favorite.
Yeah, Brotherhood was the best.
My roommate's playing Black Flag right now, and it looks all right, but like when it got to Assassin's Creed 3, it lost the tall building and climbing shit aspects.
That was a mistake. I agree.
And I don't know, like the pirate idea is pretty cool, but I didn't play Revelations, but I played 1, 2, Brotherhood, and Brotherhood was definitely my favorite.
Yeah. So Tommy, what are yours?
Well, it's kind of boring because you guys already read yours, but I got Gears 1, but I didn't like the campaign was cool, but I concentrated mostly on the multiplayer because I actually had like a clan for that. We were called the Cleanup Crew, and yeah, it's pretty sick. And we played on game battles and shit, and that was probably the most fun, some of the most fun I've ever had playing a multiplayer game on Xbox.
Dude, Gears 1 definitely had the best multiplayer.
That was when
Without
like
doubt.
I think the multiplayer was like super balanced too because the shotgun wasn't complete shit. In fact, it was actually pretty overpowered.
Yeah, isn't the shotgun OP? Isn't it known for that?
It's not OP.
But not in the well, in the first one.
Yeah,
it
but
was-
you
it
also
was
say
pretty
Cabal's
retarded.
not OP. I mean, let's not.
It
stand
was
up there.
just a more up close based game.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
I mean, this is
And like
someone who's like, well, Cabal can be beat. So basically, the shotgun was broke.
the shotgun could one shot you.
Everyone
but only
has a
if you were-
shotgun.
Yeah, everyone's got a shotgun.
Everyone can choose Cabal if they want.
Right.
And my favorite weapon in that game, that was the Torque. I think that was a really cool weapon.
Yeah, that was cool.
Headshots with that.
Yeah, and like
Do you remember the scene in the campaign when you first get the torque bow and you fight those guys? Do you remember that dialogue? It's legendary. Look at all that juice. Remember that? And like, it was like, you heard him be like, hostiles.
Yeah.
It's like, what was that? I think it was just the wind. And Barrett was like, I've never heard the wind say hostiles. I think it was hostiles. Yeah, look at all that juice. I played that on like the hardest or whatever, and
Insane.
heard that insane. I must have heard that. Look at all that juice, probably 8,000 times. Anyway, the torque bow was tight. You're right.
Yeah, torque bow was my favorite weapon. Second game, Mass Effect 1, that had like a Paragon level effect where once you beat the game, you can keep playing it and level your character up to be like super awesome and gear him up. And I did that with a couple characters in that game. And also, there's like so many different. I know like the ending is the same on like the other Mass Effects, but like there's different paths you can take. It kind of reminded me of Knights of the Old Republic, which I loved.
Oh, I love Knights of the Old Republic.
1 and 2, I love both of those, but that was a super fun game. And I played Modern Warfare 2. I was good at that game, but the Call of Duty I was best at was Black Ops 1. I had like a 2.3 KD, which I guess is pretty good. And that was but I just abused all the broken shit in that game though, because that game was pretty broke. But my favorite thing.
I camped my ass off.
Yeah, no, I just camped, and in Black Ops there was this gun called the Galil, and it was the best assault rifle in the game. But in Modern Warfare 2, I would camp and I would just try to get nukes every single game. Like I would do the whole Harrier, chopper gunner, nuke combo, and I think that was so fun. Like if you're close to getting a nuke, like you're like, oh my god, if I die, I'm gonna fucking punch a hole through the wall. Like if you're at 24 kills.
The first time I got a nuke, it's embedded in my long-term memory. It's one of the happiest moments. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my god, I got a fucking nuke. It was amazing. I remember exactly the stage. I remember where I was camping. It was in Afghanistan.
Okay.
I was in the top left-hand corner of the stage where all those poppy seeds are.
Yeah.
And people just kept coming through that bunker. I had the Barrett. I had the thermal vision. For some reason, they couldn't figure out where I was, and they just kept coming through, and I just kept blasting them. And then, I was on point. As soon as they stopped coming, I was like, fuck, maybe they're up at that ridge, and I'd look at the ridge, and they'd be peeking out like, I got your ass. It was so good. But yeah, I remember the first time I got a nuke. It was amazing. I played Modern Warfare 2 so much, I actually earned that emblem that you get 10 nukes and you get that moving emblem or whatever that has that radioactive symbol on it.
I know what you're talking about. That's awesome.
Oh my god, it was so fucking that game was so fun. Yeah,
it was really, really fun.
I really liked Black Ops as well. I hated it at first. But because I couldn't camp as well, because they did a better job, I guess a better job making sure campers didn't have as many good spots.
It was a different company, right? So Infinity Ward made Modern Warfare 2. This new Call of Duty, they brought back camping a little bit. UAVs are kind of shit, and because they're not exactly UAVs, I don't know. It's just different, but we'll not talk about that.
I haven't played the new one yet. I remember Black Ops. I eventually found good camping spots, and the M16 was pretty good, especially if you got the ACOG sight. So, I ended up liking it in the end. And then Modern Warfare 3 is kind of eh.
Yeah, I didn't like that game.
I don't think anyone did.
Which one?
Modern Warfare 3.
It was alright.
I like the campaign, but god, the multiplayer is so bad.
I mean, Modern Warfare 2 was the peak of the multiplayer for me. Then it came out and I didn't have time.
Yeah.
Speaking of underrated games, one of my favorite multiplayer, it was kind of like one of those Monster Brawl games when you choose a character and then you go around the city fighting each other, was Transformers Rise of the Fallen.
Dude, I like that game.
That game was fucking awesome.
I like that.
It was so
Sick.
dude. Me and Phil played the shit out of that game. You could like, and it wasn't like eventually that was the last Transformers game where they had a multiplayer where you could be like the original Transformers. Like you had Bumblebee, fucking Optimus, and they had like a bunch of other cool guys. Like there was this really good Transformer called Police Spot or something. And he had like these 2 pistol shotguns, but my favorite guy was Ironhide because his gimmick, they had like gimmicks like in Injustice. He could throw down a turret and it would shoot mortars, and then Phil would play as the Decepticon, the helicopter guy, and it was so fun.
You're saying Paulo stole the idea for Trait?
No, I was just
Transformers
comparing
game?
it. Like it's kind of similar, but that game was extremely underrated, and I don't know why I stopped playing it. Like it was super super fun. And then my last game is Brotherhood. That game was godlike.
The mechanic where you got assassins helping you and you had to send them out on missions to level them up.
Yeah, that was cool.
Awesome.
But I didn't play much console games. I'm more of a PC gamer, I guess. I play a lot of Diablo. I played WoW a lot, and that Star Wars MMO.
Yeah, is Jeremiah like your father figure for PC games?
I guess now he is. We've been playing a lot together lately. I kind of introduced him to League of Legends, and I
remember when you guys always blew him up for being bad at that game?
Yeah.
Isn't he pretty good now?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Okay.
He carries that persona where he only likes playing low tier characters, and this isn't a game where it could carry you to a certain point because people don't really know what the fuck's going on. This is a game where if you're not playing, like there's like over 100 characters, and if you're not playing like 20 specific characters in ranked, you're gonna lose because it's that broken. But
can that still be considered his persona when he plays Doomsday and Martian? And he's talking, I think I'll pick up Superman. Like, is that really his persona?
That voice.
Well, that's what he brought from MK, I guess. It doesn't apply in Justice.
What's this? What's that string? 423. That's good, right? Yeah, I don't think that applies anymore.
But we played Diablo, but he played hardcore and I play softcore, so we're kind of different in that. But we talk strats sometimes. And then
Neither
I played.
of you have any idea what you're doing.
No, I actually do. I've been on a huge tear. That game is extremely fun. But the game I played the longest was probably WoW. I played that game so much for like 3 years, 4 years.
Whatever happened to that game?
What were you? Like, were you an orc or whatever?
I was a night elf druid, and I was restoration and balance. So I did 25-man raids, Burning Crusade through Cataclysm, and it was a blast because like the whole idea of 25 people, coordinating against the computer, it was really fun, and it was pretty challenging. Some of it was, and I was the best, even though my class wasn't, because I was just godlike.
Whatever happened to that game? Is it
what's going on?
It came to shit. Like, this new expansion is absolutely horrible. People thought it became easy. I just thought it became bland, like meh, like boring, I guess. And a couple MMOs killed it. Star Wars MMO took a couple people away from it. The release of Diablo, League of Legends kind of blew up.
Okay.
And,
mostly it seems like people are just waiting for the follow-up, like it's just old.
Yeah.
I played that game for a few months. It's good.
I tried it. I didn't get it.
Doesn't it, like, take over your life completely?
Yeah, it can.
What happened
So
was I was in a guild, and in order to like raid like the end game content, we had like a raid schedule where like be on at this time, otherwise you're not gonna get in the run. It's like we would run it like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to midnight.
Wow.
That's some nerdy shit.
Yeah.
What's the longest you guys have played a game?
Oh man,
That wow for a long time.
like non-stop.
nonstop.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I played Unreal Tournament for like 18 hours straight once.
Wow. That's pretty impressive.
The first Unreal.
I remember I beat Castlevania Symphony of the Night in one sitting.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I remember I beat the whole first castle, and I was like, it's time to go to bed, the sun's out. And I get ready for bed, and I lay in bed, and I'm thinking, this game's tight. Surely the Upside Down Castle won't be that long. Fuck it. And I got up out of bed before even trying to go to bed,
Oh,
and then
wow.
it went through the whole thing. It was like, this is like the greatest game ever.
That's how you know it's a good game, when you get
Yeah.
out of bed to finish it.
Yeah, like
I
literally,
love that shit. Yeah.
not even because, oh, it's midnight, I better go to bed. It's, I better go to bed, the sun's out. Which is like, that's nature's way of saying, dude, it's time to go to bed.
The longest I played was actually 16 hours as well. That was Tekken Tag 1.
Wow.
There
How
was-
did you play a fighting game for 16 hours?
Yeah, when your like
Dude.
thumbs like fucking
Yeah.
I remember
Right.
it was in St. Louis. We all went to T5's house. He held like a mini tournament, and that lasted till about midnight. And then from midnight all the way until noon the next day, like it's nonstop. I play this guy for a couple hours, and I play this guy for a couple. I mean, it's when I was new to fighting games, and it wasn't just trying to win, it was just learning how fucking fighting games worked, and I remember thinking, this is the greatest game ever. Like, I could have kept going. It was just everyone's like, oh, I guess we'll just peace out now. But yeah, that's the longest that I ever played.
Who won the mini tournament?
It was T5.
His own tournament?
Yeah, he won. He beat STL Bad Boys Ling.
What's up with these big black guys playing Shayu?
I asked Geo once. And for those who don't know, Geo's just this literally the biggest gigantic black guy I've ever
He's
seen.
newbie. He's essentially newbie.
He's bigger than Newbie, dude.
Yeah, he's newbie, but he's newbie.
He looks like he belongs in the fucking Olympics for weightlifting. Like,
Yeah.
humongous.
Like,
And he plays
yeah.
with Ling.
Right, like, what I love about Newbie is he plays Doomsday. He
Yeah,
looks
that's
like
tight.
Doomsday. This is Newbie playing fucking Catwoman. It's just not right. So, what was Gio's answer?
He said all of his life he just wanted to control bitches. That was his reason. Like,
that's,
alright,
that's kind
good.
of cool.
What was your top 5, K7?
I said it, didn't I?
Did you?
Did you?
I'll say it. Gears. I'll say Gears 3.
Oh,
Really?
horrible.
I like that story, man.
I don't play
I
games
hated,
for
I
campaigns.
hated the way it ended. That was what
What did you
gas-
expect?
That was one of the hardest fights on Insane I've ever played.
It
though.
wasn't
They're
like
like,
ending the series, of course.
It was so
they're-
fucking hard.
well, couldn't they have set it up better than, hey, it turns out we have a way to kill all of them. LOL, let's pull the trigger. Like, and then he's like, my dad turns out to be alive the whole time. Then he just dies again. Like, I've been reunited. That's like Bruce Wayne's like, it turns out Thomas Wayne's still alive. I can't wait to meet him. And then he's like, sorry, Bruce, I must kill myself to get rid of your rogues gallery. That's stupid.
It had the most variety in like gameplay of all the.
I thought it was the weakest campaign.
No. That's
Yeah.
incorrect.
They never did explain why the queen's a human being or used to be a human. What is she?
I think she just like looks like a human. It's not
Yeah,
like
she
what
has
she
some weird
actually looks.
connection.
Yeah.
She has some weird connection to Marcus's dad. They never explained any of that, as far as I know. Now someone's going to be like, actually, it was explained in the companion novel. Hello?
There
That's
is always
another-
somebody.
That's another thing. Halo? I'm not a Halo hater, but can we please get some plots that make some goddamn sense? I beat Halo 3, and I have absolutely no idea what.
That was my next game, Halo 3.
No, sorry, I meant 4. 4. I played Halo 4,
4.
and I have no clue. Where,
Well, that was a new team, like, taking over the mantle, so it's...
What planet am I on? No idea. What's going on with Cortana? No idea. Who is this? This
Watch
villain?
out.
This villain shows up, and Master Chief's like, it's the Decon, or whatever his name was. And I'm like, wait, who? And it turns, I read on Wikipedia, you have to read the book. If you have to
Wow.
read the fucking books to understand what's going on, no thank you.
Halo 4 was not
We're,
great.
we're heading into Halo 5, we're in the middle part of this new trilogy or whatever, and I have absolutely no clue.
It's the Reclaimer
No.
saga, whatever that means.
Yeah, what the fuck does that mean? I beat the game and I still don't know
What is he reclaiming?
this villain shows up and they're just like, that's the Decanicon or whatever, and it's like, he starts talking like, like he's like, I'm back to do this, and it's like, what? What the hell's going on? And apparently they're like, well, actually, if you go to Halo Waypoint, there's backstory. I have to go to Halo.
I don't know what Waypoint is. I have it and I don't know what it is.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Please explain the story. It's cool if you're gonna have backstory, like, that like deepens the story or whatever, but I don't even know who the characters are. Get the fuck out of here.
Halo 3 was a good game, though.
Reach
The
is the best.
multiplayer.
Reach was the best last generation Halo game. Let's be serious here.
No, 3 was better than Reach.
No.
What? How can you think that?
I will say that Halo 3 was a good way to end this trilogy. Like, the villain's death was satisfying. It didn't seem like it came out of nowhere. Like, I bought
Story
that.
was really good.
Yeah.
That was
You
the
guys-
first game I got for Xbox.
Did you guys see the miniseries Forsaken?
No.
Dawn of the something? There's a miniseries for
Live
Halo.
action?
What is it called? Forward Unto Dawn.
No.
I've heard of it.
It's pretty good. It's on Netflix.
What happened to the Halo movie? I thought they were doing a movie.
That's in development hell for, like, ever.
Sucks.
Wasn't that what District 9 was supposed to be?
Well, they were, like, connected, but I don't think so.
I thought the Peter Jackson was gonna do it.
He was, and then he bailed out, and
So it's
I
not gonna happen.
probably never. Not.
That and Gears. I want a Gears in it.
Do we
They
really?
probably couldn't understand the story either.
Here's the thing. Back in the day, it was tight to have the Mortal Kombat movie because Mortal Kombat's, like, literally, let's take Katana. What we know about Katana was in about 4 paragraphs. There was no, she had her intro, which was 2 paragraphs, and she had her ending, that was 2 paragraphs. She has no personality, no backstory. Like, we are given 4 paragraphs of information about her. So seeing her on the big screen and seeing her fleshed out was interesting. With Gears, what's the point of a movie? It essentially was a movie. Like, it's fully
Yeah, I don't
voice
see the
acted. Like,
point.
what's the point? Or a Call of Duty movie, like making a movie out of Modern Warfare. Why? It is a movie.
Yeah.
That's what I
It
don't
doesn't need
understand.
to happen anymore.
Right, like, they don't need to do those anymore. In fact, they're better than a movie because like, let's take Uncharted 2, the movie. The scene where the building's collapsing while Nate is running through it. Well, I already saw that visually, and I actually controlled it. Why do I need to see, like, people are like, dude, Nathan Fillion, man, oh my god. Like, okay, he's Nate, and he's like, oh boy, and he's running through a building. Like, what? I don't need to see that. I already saw that. I don't get it. Why do people want video game movies now?
I don't think they should, like, retell what we've already seen, but, like, take those characters and do something new in a movie.
It's fine, but then you do that, everyone freaks out. If you do Gears of War and it's not a retelling, you'll go on the show and say, I don't understand! Where was Marcus?
They don't sound like just do
You will, dude, that's the complaint. When they do Silent Hill and they change it up a little, everyone's like, this is dumb. It's not Silent Hill.
Yeah, a lot of people complain about that
Yeah.
movie.
They complain that it's not.
Alright, this is a long-ass segment. Let's wrap this up.
Alright, let's wrap it
3
up.
more games. GTA 5, Arkham City, Unreal Tournament.
Unreal Tournament?
Dude, don't talk ill of that fucking game.
Which one did you play? Like, which one?
All of
3?
them. I have played every one.
That's kind of weird.
Why? How is that weird? That game is awesome.
Just
It's the
console.
Mortal, it's the Mortal Kombat of like first-person shooters. Like the announcer, the weapons, it's all over the top. That game is the shit. It's amazing.
Alright.
You never
Did you-
played Unreal Tournament?
I did, but I just thought they were whatever. Like, kind of cool, but
They're all about multiplayer, like online.
Yeah.
But,
did you ever play Championship or Raiden's in it?
I did, actually.
You like that?
I did. I played as Raiden.
Really?
Yeah.
That's tight.
do you guys ever play really quick another underrated game, Shadowrun, for the Xbox 360?
I have played that. It's awesome.
It was the first. I think it was probably the only cross-platform when Windows Vista came out. You were able to play with people on the computer also.
Yeah, I remember that.
And,
That was a really old game.
Yeah, but I thought it was super fun. I don't know. That's just like it was like an RPG brawler. It was kind of interesting, but I thought it was super fun.
I dug it. I liked it. Alright, let's do the name game.
Tommy, do you know how this works?
I think so.
Okay.
But I just want to re-explain it though.
Alright, he's gonna name some names.
We'll name some
Name
names.
some names.
He's gonna name some names. And you have to say what a phrase about them, and it cannot be their main character. It can't,
Right.
And don't think too long.
Yeah, don't think too long, and don't just say their main character.
First name. Tom Brady.
Free.
Yeah. Second name. P.O.
Kung Lao.
You fucking idiot!
Wow. Jesus.
Dude,
I'm
he
so-
literally just said...
Oh!
This is the first time that's ever happened.
God, that's such a...
I think that's it.
And then people ask me, why are you so mean to Tommy? He doesn't seem that dumb.
That's it, dude.
That's it,
You're
dude.
kicked off the show. I'm sorry.
Alright.
Oh,
GG.
Thank you guys for listening.
not only did you
See
say
you
he
guys
is
next
mean,
time.
you said it with such pride. Cool. Not like you were being clever.
Sorry,
Alright,
guys, that does it. No, I'm serious. It's
Alright. I lose.
you lose. Good games.
His
Alright,
eyes have like.
Go ahead, do the intro.
All right. Dude, ever since you fucking started calling me a pothead, I choke on Kush has been asking me for weed at Frosty Frostings all weekend.
That doesn't even make sense. That sentence literally doesn't.
How does that make sense?
You're making this way hard, 60.
Yeah. All right. Think of a better intro.
No, that's good. It's just I have
That's
to say
fine.
it right.
That's fine. Doesn't matter. It's free.
All right. Fuck it.
free.
It's free.
That's our new gimmick. It's like, if it
Yeah.
sucks, we're just like, it's free.
It's free. Yeah, that's the new catchphrase.
It's our new shtick. It's fine. People like it.
Yeah, it's fine.
If they don't, fuck them.
It's free. Yeah, fuck it.
If they don't, they can Lego this ego.
Okay.
Dude, you need to get that over. That's your catchphrase.
Yeah, I
That
will.
should
I'll
be
start
the
using that
intro.
shit.
That should be the intro. You saying fuck it, it's free. If they don't like it, they can Lego my
I
That
actually
should-
was recording that. I can make that.
What was your exact words?
I don't know.
Dude, that was tight.
Fuck them. If they don't like it, they can Lego my Lego.
Yeah, that should be the intro. That's good.
Alright.